Hello, everyone. How you all doing tonight?
Hello.
I put a pause after that as if they were going to, answer me back, which, totally will happen, right? The audience can talk to us on Twitch immediately.
Of course
You're
they can.
like Dora.
You don't hear the voices?
How are you today? Waits for 5 minutes.
Don't blink.
Don't blink, just stare directly at your camera.
Whatever you do, don't blink.
Mercury, you just gave me so many vibes that if you just said, "How can I talk, silly? I'm plastic," I would have probably just left. I would have been like, alright, the stranger's coming for me. Congratulations. Well, anyways, thank you all for coming to session 3 of Over the Kailjaw Peaks. For all of you that are here, lots of fun folk. I appreciate you all. Let's see. Trying to think of announcements. I need to start writing these down like I said I would. Yes, Kelly, announcements. Go.
No Dungeon Brawl tomorrow. Minds Game Tuesday. No Mini Paint Shell. Sunday, sorry, I forgot about Chris's thing. Back in Stylus at 4 o'clock. Mind Games at 7:30. And then us on Fridays.
Hell yeah. We have absolutely nothing special going on except for our standard weekly programming. So,
Yeah.
that's about it. Let's see. If you guys are ready, we can just hop right into it. Hell yeah, hell yeah,
boy.
hell yeah. Thumbs up across the board. I'm not used to doing intros this quickly, so I'm biding for time, apparently. Alright. Click on the theme music. If it's not too loud, hopefully, and blows out my eardrums. I just realized this is probably not set to the right thing anyways. Do you ever just, have these moments of I don't know what actually is going on? Boop.
All the time.
All the time.
I mean, I don't even know what's going on right now. I don't even know why I'm here. Who are you?
I don't either. Who are we? Who are you?
I gotta go.
Oh, gosh, no. Up. Kelly, go. Food. Go now. Go.
No, I was kidding.
Oh.
I was playing into the bit.
Damn it.
I'll just text you guys.
I was just trying to be nice. Alright. So, let's get started. Where we last left everyone, you had all journeyed out of the manor that you were thusly trapped in by some form of fey magic, making your way following hints left to you by a very talkative door. You went into the well-renowned hedge maze of the estate, and upon finding your way following signs from a certain someone's goddess, Doralia, you managed to make your way all the way to the center of the maze where a statue stood of a large marionette holding a brass doorknob. As soon as you approached, the doorknob was snatched up into the air by the statue, and a series of fey beasts began to attack the four of you. After a little bit of effort dispatching them, not a whole lot of risk, only one person nearly died, I think. You all acquired the doorknob held by the statue, now dropped into the hands of Lo, and you began making your way back to the manor from inside the maze. I feel like my music is a little loud. So, as you all break free from the hedges and make your way through the maze, following the trail of silver lace, leading you back to the entrance, you come up and are immediately faced with the courtyard ahead of you. It is oddly quiet now, though. The riotous yelling and panic from before seems to have died down.
You want me to go check it out, see if people are okay?
Maybe they were able to get out.
Perhaps we should check together, just in case.
Okay.
Or at least I will accompany you.
If you feel that is the best decision, I think if we can get out of whatever this illusion is, the faster we can help everybody else.
I just want to check it out. I mean, I'm a sprinter, you know?
Alright.
We can.
We go check it out as a group?
Alright.
Alright. You're all just walking over there?
I am going to go 30 feet ahead of everyone else and stuff.
Alright, give me a stealth check.
Damn it. Hold on, what's my plus? It's good, but like, I still rolled a 4. That's a 12.
The 12. Okay. Alright. As you head towards the gate between the inner courtyard and the outer courtyard, you kind of crest through its entrance first, everyone else following behind you. And you see, kind of astoundingly ahead of you, is a large tree. Probably about 10 feet in diameter and about 20 feet off the ground, maybe 30 feet. With just a very broad, flat canopy. It looks almost like a flat mushroom in ways. And dangling by vines from various branches and boughs, you see many of the attendants of the ball, just seemingly asleep, dangling from the tree.
No.
Pinata.
Pinata.
Pinata? Right. Ooh, this is disturbing.
They all have a gentle sway to them, too.
Oh,
kind of-
that makes it worse.
Is it similar to what's his name? The twins' dad.
Augustus?
Augustus.
Yeah.
So the way the band was swinging in the chamber that you were seeking to get
Yeah.
into? It's a little less pendulous. Like, the man that you saw was swinging kind of very, like, far. Just kind of... This is a little bit more of a gentle sway where they're just kind of going...
So creepy.
Well, I don't think we're going to be able to help them here. I think we have to solve the riddle to be able to help anyone.
Yes.
Should we try to wake someone up? No.
I think it'll go well for us.
We don't know what would happen if we tried to wake them, especially with this type of magic.
From this distance, can we tell how they're hanging?
They're about 50 feet, maybe a little bit closer to like 70 away from you. They are mostly hanging by what seems to be kind of long, thick vines. They're only hanging about probably 5 to 10 feet from the boughs of the tree, but they're all just wrapped very carefully in those vines. Not full body
Okay, so
mummy, but like a few slip knots around them.
They're done in a tasteful way in which they're not going to die.
They are not hanging by their necks. They're hanging like kind of like wrapped up like a sausage, more so than anything else.
Okay.
We should go and figure this out as fast as we can then.
Yes.
Agreed.
Liza just looks at all these. Is it? What the fuck? What dirty thing is trying to do this? This is right fucked up.
It really is.
I think answers are with your dad. You have to get to him to get to the answers.
let's not waste any time then. She, of her own accord, just starts going towards the manor.
Garen is definitely going to be following quickly behind them.
All right. It's worth noting, Damien does not immediately follow his sister, but kind of just like hurries after her after a second. All right. So you all enter the main hallway, the same distorted picture in front of you, the walls shifting colors, the statues just kind of squirming in place. And Liza forges ahead, immediately going, and she actually, you see her, she just opens the first door that she comes across in the hallway. And lo and behold, there's a kitchen in front of her. And she begins forging away as Damien, and I assume all of you guys follow her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. As you all descend into the tunnels beneath the manor itself, you find the same familiar tunnel, stone, brick, and archways leading for a while with the same weird sounds accompanying it. Just birds singing, babbling brooks. But eventually you find your way back to a plain door with a window and no handle.
As we walk back, do we hear him singing in our heads again, me and Lo?
How long? That lasts for an hour, right?
I rolled it. I didn't remember. I had to roll it.
It was
I
like
think
4 hours, I'm pretty sure.
And
Yeah,
it's
it was-
for a mile, so
Yes, you've
long
been
as we
hearing this
were-
nursery rhyme in your head this entire time.
I don't know how to turn it off.
This whole time, she's also been humming it too.
Really don't. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't think I can.
I don't think I can ever get this out of my head.
Or maybe if we open the door, this singing will stop.
No, I will always think about this song. It always will be singing in my head now.
Let's just go to like a good tavern that has some live music, and hopefully that'll knock you right out.
Maybe.
Or she
I
might
can
knock
always
you out.
Either
Oh.
way, I want to die. This is the worst. So have we reached the door yet?
Yeah, you are in the hallway, and Liza kind of approaches the door, stopping about 10 feet back, and just kind of looks back at you all.
I will approach. And is there like... Can I like feel the wall? Does there seem to be any spot in which the door handle will affix itself to?
The door is relatively plain, because if I remember correctly, it's made of kind of a metal front, or at least appears to be a metal front. So there's not really a specific spot that you can determine, though you can guess
If I
roughly.
touch it, do I feel it or no?
No, not really. You don't feel anything different, though you can relatively figure out the average place that a door handle would be placed.
Going to assume this place is just straight up dream logic. I'm going to put the door handle where I think the door handle should be.
Right. As you make contact with the edge of the brass door handle against the door, just suddenly, the door just turns into an elegant wooden, almost like a library or a study door, with the brass handle now firmly affixed to it.
Gonna do a knocky poo.
There's no response. Though you do still hear the nursery rhyme in your head.
Shall we?
I would try opening it, yes.
Before I do, does it seem... whatever, I'm gonna just open it.
The door swings open, and you are faced with the same clinking sound as you approach. in a round stone chamber. In the very center, just dangling and swinging by a chain. Same old man, just think, 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 think.
So
Well,
we're down.
We've solved your riddle. Now what?
I think we should get the old man down. He's been hanging upside down for how long? I don't think that's good for his head.
How
Fine.
high is he off the ground?
There's probably about 3 or 4 feet between, at the lowest point of the arc, between his head and the ground.
Okay.
Are you guys approaching to look at him?
Yeah.
Yes.
As the first of you kind of walks into the room, immediately just he just falls and lands straight on the ground. The chain just landing in a very neat pile, just kind of stacked up in a circle around him.
Karen will move to him to see if he, I guess, needs help up or whatever.
All right. He is
oh.
still 100% just tied up in these chains,
Yeah.
and
So
currently
he's
has a
Aeon
sack
gonna,
over
like,
his head.
There's a sack over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna pull the sack off his head first.
Ayana rushes over, and I don't know if he's hurt at all. Does he look hurt?
From a brief glance, no, not really. But as you pull the sack off, he kind of like blinks his eyes hazily. Hello there. What's going on?
Do we recognize him?
Yes, it is in fact the old man Augustus Ehrenhart.
Well, Augustus, it seems your party had a few tricks.
Party.
Yes.
Yeah,
know,
you threw a big party.
you gave a big speech.
I mean, the last time I had a party, I thought that was about a month ago.
That
And you
wasn't
see
him.
Eliza and Damien kind of immediately rush over and kind of nudge you out of the, like, almost nudge you out of the way words, but both of them kind of go up and grab their dad.
What's the last thing that you remember?
Well, I just got a shipment and fantastic new statue that I was going to put up. It was this oddly shaped little tree.
How long ago was that?
Before it all went dark, I just got it.
Do you remember the date, dear?
It was after the 13th of Merriwear, I believe. Which
What's today's date?
since no
Yeah.
one's aware of this,
Yeah.
that was a month ago.
Sir, that was 1 month ago. Today is the date.
Insert date here.
Yes.
The 15th of Albin. Just
Today is the 15th of Albin, sir.
well, that ain't right. This.
Well, it is.
So you're saying I've been asleep for a month?
Apparently.
And why am I also? Now that I'm just now realizing this, why am I in chains?
No idea, sir.
That's how we found you. But do you remember
Let's
where
get
the
you out.
shipment came from? And Garen will probably start moving to help unchain him now that he understands that he's not a threat.
The chain. So just for your awareness, the chains do come off relatively easily. There also doesn't seem to be, as you begin untying it, there doesn't seem to be any logical way those should have been affixed to him.
Okay.
I just
As I'm-
ordered it.
as I'm unraveling him from the chains, do I know what type of metal it is made out of?
Make an intelligence check.
You would think I would have my D20 ready. Who rolls dice in D20 in D&D?
Absolutely no one.
Right.
D&D is for losers.
I thought it was just all like role play, and whatever I say happens. Anyways.
I mean, some people think it's like that.
That just a straight intelligence.
Yeah. Since we don't have a science stat.
Yeah, 16.
A 16. It is aluminum.
Is it pretty solid then, like, or
I mean,
are
yeah,
they
like
fairly fragile?
they're hefty chains. They're a bit thicker than a pencil, but they're not like, if you decided you really wanted to pull on them, you could probably do some damage.
He's just gonna look at it, he's like, well, this kind of reinforces the Fae idea.
Faye?
Question. Do you remember who you ordered it from, or where the order came from? Anything about that?
If I remember correctly, that it'll be there's a merchant in Honduras that picked this up recently for the Wandering Isles, and I just put in a bid for it when I was on a trip, and they had it shipped up here. It took a little bit of time to get here. Strange fella that was. Some long blonde-haired fucker.
See, these chains, they're made out of aluminum, and everything leading up to us discovering you hanging upside down has been directing towards some form of Fae magic.
But ain't that just the wildest story? This'll be a good one for the books. And he kind of nudges Damien.
I was just about to say this is definitely a good story for you, but unfortunately your guests have also been caught up in this magic. I'm
Now that just
assuming
won't do.
I would hope not. I would assume that the source of this might be this tree that you received. Do you know where it is?
Well, normally when I receive new art pieces, they put it in my personal study for me to look at and figure out what I want to do with them before they move them throughout the house.
Can you show us?
So shall we go to your study, dear?
Yeah,
Seems
we can
like
do
a
that.
Nice check.
Can you inform me where are we?
The tunnels underneath your home.
He kind of like looks around the room. I don't quite remember there being a room like this.
We have no earthly way of knowing which way we are going. In the wise words of Willy Wonka, I think.
I think I've heard that tale.
Yes. I
Yes.
read a lot as a child, if you can tell.
Well, I got a copy
Isn't
upstairs
he
in the
another-
library if you want one.
Isn't he some sort of Fae traveler? Some say that he
Probably.
might travel across the stars.
Well, I think some other great philosopher said the only way forward is forward, so... Enough dilly-dally! And he kind of like pushes himself up unsteadily, eventually getting to his feet. Let's be off! And just barrels on forward at a proud stride.
Well, at least he can walk.
Circulation came back in his legs right quick.
Yeah. So we follow, I'm assuming.
Alright. You guys following after Augustus, his daughter and son kind of not too far behind.
As we're walking, I'm gonna walk up to Liza and Damien, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna like nudge them both and like, hey, at least you have an answer for why your father was being so cagey about things. It wasn't him.
Yeah, that provides a good answer for us, but still a little, I don't know, it's still a little disconcerting.
You definitely should have a conversation with him now that he's back, but at least he's not a dick.
Wait, that aims to be still decided. You didn't know him for your 30 years on this planet.
It was even 30.
We should...
Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, drop back.
All right.
I'm actually gonna like walk up to them too. So
Everyone
is he
take their
acting
turns.
normal? Yeah, it's my turn now. Is he acting like normal? Is this how he usually acted before he got switcheroo?
Normal's a relative
Replaced.
term for someone like our father.
Oh, good. Okay.
If you're asking if he's acting like he normally does, yeah.
Did you both look at the statue at all
No, not normally. We kind of
that he's talking about?
get a bit bored of, seeing every single statue and every single book that comes into the house.
That's understandable. Okay.
Liza just kind of like smiles at you. Just...
And then I catch up with everyone.
Guys, do we remember seeing any blonde fucker at the party? Like, distinctly blonde fucker from the Wandering Isles? Because... head is a turning.
Oh, you're asking me as a DM, sorry.
Oh, I'm asking the group,
Okay,
and
sorry.
also seeing if the DM can
I don't.
provide insight.
I don't think we did we?
I
remember
You
anyone.
did not see anyone specifically pointed out as insert blonde fucker here.
Okay.
I
I
believe.
just think he might be the one.
Yes. Also, I believe we should check with the butler who invited all of us as well.
Last we heard, he was missing.
Yes, but I'm very interested in figuring out if he was also replaced or if he is in on it somehow.
Maybe he's hanging from the tree.
We should
When-
figure this out after we get back from the study.
When Augustus said room, I'm assuming that there was no way forward. Like that was just like a little tiny room that he was in.
Yes, the door that you entered in was the only visible door.
Okay, because I'm just remembering like the twins said that this was kind of like an escape, or like they can go outside, so there
Mhm.
was no path that led outside.
Nope, not that you could see.
Okay. I am slightly concerned that the supposed path outside only led to a room. Maybe the butler or whoever we're looking for is hiding.
We did see some people run further into the house. Maybe he was one of them. We also should look for the gardener if possible. Those were the two
Yes.
staff closest.
Right. Now let's check out this tree. See what we can go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Shane, where did he say that he bought it from again?
From an art dealer in Homborast.
In Humboldt. Okay.
Yes.
I will write that down.
This is something Kelly knows how to spell very well.
I was like, oh, it's home.
Insert limited amount of cities that I can put into one country. Alright. So, as you all deliberate amongst yourselves and follow Augustus out through the stairwell and up into the kitchen, he leads you out into the hallway And as you guys crest the kitchen door and immediately turn a corner to be faced with what was the ballroom, you do see a blonde figure with extremely long hair down to their mid-back, tall and kind of gangly, facing away from you, inspecting a statue. Is this
How
what you
far
guys
away are
call-
they?
They are probably about 50 feet.
I don't know what I was gonna do with that information, but
It's important to know.
Is that the man that you bought the statue from?
I can't rightly tell from over here, but looks like the same kind of hair if it was pulled up in a ponytail.
Garen's going to move forward. I think we should tread carefully. I shall lead.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Food.
Well, I don't really. You said there was a party up here.
Yes, but the last time we saw your guests, they were all hanging from a tree. Not in a horrific sense, just more in the same nature as you were.
Oh, yeah, I thought there'd be a tree swing.
Well, they seemed peaceful, at least. Like maybe asleep.
Eh,
Still doesn't sound that fun.
what,
We
you
are
never had
Depends
a
on what
tree
they're dreaming about.
You never had a tree swing when you were a child?
What?
Tree swings are quite fun.
What? 3 what?
Tree swings.
What? Tree
What? What?
What?
What?
What?
What? What are they selling? Chocolate.
I heard it wrong at first. I was like, I really hope it's noise.
A tree swing. All right.
Gregory, did you hear that too?
Anyways, I shall head our group, depending that way, in case this person becomes hostile. I think I am the most experienced one here.
Excuse me. Don't underestimate our intelligence or our capabilities.
you do.
I'm just
You are
saying,
you are the one to call him old man.
I mean, he is an old man, but that doesn't mean that he's. Anyways, lead the way, sir.
just sort of,
The fucking ageism in this right now.
yeah. He just turns to go and lead the way.
All right. You walk out around the corner and begin walking into the ballroom. The figure does not move. They are standing there, just inspecting a statue. You see kind of a hand go up and start drawing a line with a long, kind of thin finger.
Like he's drawing a line in the air.
No, he's just kind of like
Or
running
just
it
like-
along an
Okay.
edge on the statue. Like
And
it's
I'm
kind of a robed figure, and you just kind of see him tracing the edges of the robe.
So Garen is definitely going to like slowly, pull his, Morning Star and kind of like have his shield ready just in case as he walks forward, and he's like, "Hello, sir. Is there something we can help you with?"
Oh, I don't need any help right now. I'm having quite the good time, actually.
I
Also,
assume you're the
sir's a
one-
little inaccurate.
It's a habit of formality.
He
Not
is also not
necessarily-
turned around at all, just so you're aware.
If you don't
I
want to
take
be
it-
called sir, then what do you want to be called?
You see the hand that was tracing the lines along the statue just kind of come up. And what you see is like you think is grasping their chin. I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Honored guest.
My guess, though, it is my party after all.
I was about to say, it seems like he's more our honored host than anything. Because I assume you're the one that's behind all of this chaos.
Chaos is a lovely word for it, isn't it? And you see the figure kind of turn around, and you see what seems to be a gaunt, like tall and thin, nearly elven person with very like sharp, almost jutting out of their skin features. Long pointed ears that kind of stick up into their blonde hair. The hair kind of a mess, curly and wavy and knotted. And probably the most outlandish feature that just sticks in your minds is their skin isn't flat. It seems like it looks like it's almost fabric stretched across tree bark. Just the irregularities that seem to be popping up, which, as you can now see their hands more clearly, it extends along their body. They just kind of lock on all of you with these bright emerald green eyes. It is, in fact, my chaos.
What purpose do you have behind this chaos?
Chaos, of course.
What is your end goal? What do you want?
Didn't you hear me the first time? Chaos. That's all I want. I just want to have a little fun while I'm here.
What is it going to take to end this chaos?
Oh, you mortals and your obsession with ends. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. You've had quite a journey already. Are you not satisfied with that? Are you not excited?
Everything must come to an end at some point.
You know, they say that, but I don't believe it. You mortals, you think too short. Things can
No.
last a very long time.
I'm fully aware how long things can last.
It is. I am aware that things can last long, but you understand, especially for people like me, it is important to move on from certain things to get on to the next. Not all of us are as long as you. And
He
I
kind of
believe many people.
He begins stepping forward these kind of very long but almost very slow strides. Just looks at you, Eloda. Such a young creature to have such impatience. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Some people have shorter lives than others, so it's important to end things that are no longer of use to them so they can move forward, as Eloda had said.
Uses and ends and patience and impatience. You all just are so boring.
Oh, if we're boring you so much, why don't you go find somewhere else to entertain yourself?
No, I'm quite having a good time here. Sorry. And he just grins this disturbingly broad, toothy grin.
Huh.
I see, though, that you've figured out some of the riddles that are ahead of you. The old man, I'm sorry I stole your skin for a bit. It was necessary for the entertainment that I desired.
You said that this was a game. So
Yes.
games have to end eventually. If not, how can you start the next one? How far into your little game are we?
Oh, you're quite far. You've made it more than the others.
Ooh, has anyone been hurt in the
Others?
games?
I mean, I have. Emotionally, at least.
Oh,
I'm so sorry that we've hurt your feelings.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
I
You
do
want to
believe
give us
someone
an
else has
estimate?
been achieved a small amount of wounds, but, nothing that'll be permanent.
you said there was others, right?
Oh, there are plenty others. I invited so many guests.
Oh.
Didn't you see it? You were there. I remember seeing you.
Me?
I saw all of you. I know what you've seen. I know where you've been. You've seen the majesty of these. All the fun guests and all the entertaining stories that were told and the interactions that were had.
They were unfortunately cut short by gestures of this.
I mean, that was the main course. You can't have an appetizer all dinner.
But isn't it a bit boring now with everyone being a bit tied up?
It's a bit boring for you because you can't see everything that's going on. You see, there's plenty of things going on. Not everyone's been captured. Those that have lost the game are still swinging in the tree in the front, but there are still players afoot. You all just happen to have made it the most far, so I thought I'd be here to congratulate you.
What's our prize?
Your eventual freedom. You haven't won yet, though. There's
You want to
still
give us a
more to
little
do.
clue on where to go next?
Well, here's the fun thing. It's a team game, really. You're all here. You're all trying to make your escape out of my little paradise I've made, which is vastly unfortunate. I think this is so much fun. But it is simple. Consider it a game of tag. Those in the tree have been gotten. I'm it. And all of my friends. If you happen to make it out, you get all of your friends with you, then you win.
What about everyone else who's lost?
Well, it's like tag. If you tag them, they get it free. However, that's not the easiest part most of the time, especially when someone's guarding the zone.
Well, if you're it, I bet we should be off to the next leg of our journey.
Yes, I think you ought to keep going. At least that makes some more entertainment for me while you're at it.
Honored host, we are, at least I personally am having a lot of fun with this, I'm not going to lie. So thank you for this evening's entertainment.
You're welcome. At least someone has manners in this group.
Was raised right.
Oh, you have the scent of you. I like it.
What kind of scent? Oh,
You too.
I'm self-conscious.
You two have such a familiar scent. It's great. Pointing to you and Ayana.
That scent.
You have a familiar scent about
Like
you.
what?
It's fantastic.
Do I stink?
You smell like her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Something sweet, but at the same time bitter and at the same time earthy. It's really quite fun. Unfortunately, I don't think you all can tell. Mortals.
Anyways, bye. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Ayana. You were going to ask a question.
no. I was just gonna say, Doralia?
Oh, yes, that's what you guys call her. It's wonderful.
What do you call her?
I'm afraid that would be something you cannot comprehend, my sweet flower.
Okay.
Maybe one day, she might tell you herself.
That'd be really cool. Oh, wait.
Anyways, I must be off to attend to the rest of the players. Toodaloo! He waves his fingers and snaps, and just a cloud of butterflies.
Nice touch.
I liked him, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Garen just shakes his head and I guess to the tree, or is the tree that that he was talking about the one that he was caressing?
He was touching a statue of a person, so
Oh,
you're
person,
assuming
okay.
that they're not a tree.
Yeah. Okay. Statue of it. Okay.
You're not very well versed in art, but most of the time, people are people
Yeah.
and trees are trees.
I couldn't remember if you said it was a tree or a statue of a person.
I think we were trying to get to the study.
Okay.
Augustus,
Wait.
if you would like to lead the way.
Before we go, can I look at the statue? So I want to see what was so important about it.
Okay.
Why was he caressing it?
It is a statue of a human figure in kind of elaborate robes, though it's made of stone, so you can't really tell the color. You can see in the texture that there are patterns kind of etched into it, and they are holding a heavy stone book out in one hand. The part that he was touching was specifically just kind of tracing his finger along the edge of the robe.
The statue wasn't there before everything happened, right?
No, this one was.
It was? Okay. Is there a plaque or anything on the statue?
Yes, there would be.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I see what it says?
no, you may not.
Okay, that's
Um,
fine.
it is Archmage Bellion. He would specifically be the Archmage Historia.
I haven't heard of that person before, have I?
Make an Arcana check, or I guess this would be this would be history technically.
History. Gotcha. Oh, I'm gonna try the dice I accidentally rolled a 20 with earlier. What are you? Oh, that definitely wasn't a 20. Sad face. You said history?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you pop that spelling? Or
Yes.
That was a
Bellion.
12.
Bellion. 12. I would say based off of your frame of reference, it doesn't come to mind.
Okay. I run back to everyone.
Right. As you were off looking, the Augustus, Liza, and Damien have all kind of rejoined your group after watching from afar. Who is that fellow? Did you get any good information from him?
Seems he was our honored host.
So, was he? You've seen him before?
No, he
It was you, I think.
he was the one that, as he put it, borrowed your skin.
Well, that's quite
Thank you.
disturbing, ain't it?
A little bit, yes.
I think he implied he also was inhabiting Mortimer's skin for a little bit, but that might have just been me reading too far into his metaphor.
No, he didn't imply anything. He didn't talk about Mortimer at all.
Okay, because he was like, "Oh, I've seen you guys and like know what you guys are about." So I felt that like he had come into town. That's just me inferencing things that doesn't matter.
Yeah, he said nothing specifically about Mortimer. Well, that's this is gonna make for quite the story. I'm gonna have to ask you all for help write down your experiences for this. I could sell this as a book and make lots of money off of it.
The thing is, he did call us mortals, so one can assume that he is either very arrogant or something beyond us.
But if he's doing all of this, I don't think we can solve this little riddle by murdering him, if that's what you're after.
No, I was just saying that probably should not even try.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Juno, no
Well,
thank you.
That's really up to you guys what you want to do. I'm not quite the fighter in my... So he gestures to himself. In my advanced stage. Never really was when I was a kid either. Did win a few fencing tournaments though.
Well, a good soldier always knows when to fight and when not to fight.
Well,
And
he wasn't lying, was he? You all are very interesting folk.
I'm sure I could regale you with a story or two, but shall we head to your study?
Yes, why certainly, sorry. And he immediately starts striding towards the stairwell and up, immediately climbing up it. Of which Liza and Damien follow very quickly behind.
Yes.
Alright.
We go.
So, you all follow Augustus as he walks through his manor, going through a few hallways and kind of getting a little bit deeper into the belly of the manor itself, and you see plenty of artwork. For the most part, this back part of the manor isn't quite as disturbing. Like, there's still odd sounds everywhere, and there's still kind of like a weird hazy color to the air. But nothing's like moving and twisting and warping as much as the rest of the space was. Seems a little bit less effort was put back here. And eventually Augustus turns a corner and immediately, just with a flourish, throws open a door, which you hear slam into the wall. Just poof. Well, this is my study right here. He confidently kind of strides in. And you are faced with like a really nice, like about 3 large cushy chairs in front of a fireplace. A big mahogany desk off to one corner. And several large bookshelves all kind of just arranged in stacks along the walls. And if I'm right, that should be a statue right near behind one of these chairs, but is currently missing.
Oh,
Do you know where it would be if it wouldn't be in here?
Well, I'm not entirely certain, unfortunately, given that I was apparently unconscious for about a month. Could be anywhere. If that man was inhabiting my body the entire time, he could have just had it put somewhere else, thrown in the trash. Yeah, destroyed, burnt. Any odd amount of things.
I don't feel like he would have destroyed it.
This is a stretch I am taking, but I wonder if it is part of somehow related to the tree outside, or it was some sort of catalyst for this magic.
What's the tree outside look like?
What does it look like?
It looks like a mushroom, but not really. It's like big, with like a flat-ish bottom, and then a humpy hump top. Ugh.
Was it like a willow?
Like a willow, but not quite as droopy. Kind of like most of the branches are fanning out around it, but only a little bit of sag comparatively to a willow, where the branches would be kind of coming down much further.
Not like a mushroom willow?
A mushroom willow.
Mushroom willow.
Yes.
Mushroom willow.
Yes.
Um, Augustus looks perplexed for a moment. Like, oh, that's not quite what I remember the statue looking like. It's a bit more of a an oak, big and strong and relatively circular at the top.
Well, Damien or spacing out her name.
Augustus.
Liza.
Liza.
Liza. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember a tree of that nature being stored anywhere in the house?
Well, no, but I don't really have a whole lot of involvement with the storage of Papa's goods. Most of the time I just kind of come by whenever he says he has something fancy, and I help look at it and make him tell him it's wonderful. And he just Augustus looks at us, and that I really appreciate her now. You know, always honest and always willing to give me a little bit of a boost.
Well,
I don't know. I've never been in this room before, but I was going to ask if anything like looks kind of odd, or like if.
Make an investigation check. Go for it.
yeah,
I'm looking for things to steal.
You
I've
can also
decided
make
I
an
don't like him.
investigation check.
Okay, I am assured that I did not see anything. I rolled a 9.
I was gonna say that Garen was probably suggest to Augustus, like, well, maybe there's a clue somewhere in here.
There are no evident strange things about it more than being in this study of a very eclectic rich man.
Since everyone's looking, I just want to look at interesting things.
18. Well, thankfully these questions go hand in hand. There are various small statues kind of dotting on small pedestals and plinths around. There is a large portrait of Augustus, Liza, and Damien hanging over the fireplace. There is a silver candelabra on the fireplace. There is a chest in the back low that you notice and kind of make very good note of, because it looks like the chest that you put fancy things that you don't want easily stolen in. Some of the statues are interesting. Some of them are of small animals. One seems to be a small carved replica of a building made out of marble. And very, like I said, just hundreds and hundreds of books stored along stacks of bookshelves throughout the place. All right.
Could I easily swipe a small statue? Or are they like behind a case?
They are out in the open. You can go for it, but it's gonna be at disadvantage because you are in the open in front of 3 people who definitely do not want you to steal these things.
Yeah, no, I won't do it then. If it was like on like the side of the room, like I kind of go in the corner and just go yoink and put it in. But if they're on display in that way, nah.
No, they are very much like everything's on display for this man.
Well, Augustus, is there anything in this study that is out of place, missing, strange to you since you've been in here last?
He just kind of turns on his heels and just looks around. No, not anything that I can see. Seems to be all in order, minus a relatively tall missing statue.
That's fair.
I hope everyone can hear my neighbor's dog being very upset at traffic.
Nope.
Nope.
I
Well,
hear things, but I don't know where it's coming from.
It is on the street.
My neighbors are. My neighbors are also for being loud, so I'm sorry if anything gets picked up on the stream. Do you guys... So obviously, we probably should look around for another clue. If it's a game, we need to get out.
But we
You
don't
said you
even know
rolled
what
an
our
18,
next.
Kelly.
Yeah.
One thing that you do notice is there in the carpet behind one of the chairs is a relatively deep, about, I would say probably almost about 2 feet by 2 feet, maybe a little bit broader, square indent in the carpet. Looks like something very heavy was there.
Oh, I was gonna be like, bitch, you got a trap door in here? Does it look like there's drag marks?
Towards it, yes, but
not away.
Not away from it.
Seems like it got moved magically, which tracks. Do you think we have the next clue already? Or where to go next?
I don't know. Don't know what our next objective is other than getting out. He did say this is a team effort.
Well, I thought he was being pretty honest and obvious about it. He said it's a game of tag, and you just have to save everyone else.
So we just have to find people.
I mean, he said if we tag the others, they get out.
He did say that there's another group that's not in the tree. Maybe we should find other people?
Maybe we can rally everyone together to free everyone else, because he said that there was something. He implied that there was something guarding the tree.
Yes.
So, to be able to get people out, we need to probably defeat whatever's guarding the tree, which means we need to find people to help us do that. Maybe we can find our pirate friends from earlier.
I would assume they are at least one of the groups that have made it.
Hope so. The tiefling was attractive.
Intriguing.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'd be surprised if they were stuck in the tree.
One did have a gun.
He's got a gun!
Not to mention, the ogre. I doubt anything would really be able to take them out.
But
If you gave the ogre an ogre-sized gun, though.
it would all be ogre. Shall we find our ogre-sized pal and his friends? I don't know though. I'm running out of ogre puns.
If we could find them, I think it would be a good idea, yes.
Alright, let's search the house, I guess.
I doubt it. You can certainly try. It's a relatively big estate.
If anything, they'll probably come out to the same place that we did. If we could wait where they are, like in that location, maybe, or.
Do you know where the last time you saw your friends were?
It was at the party. We all kind of went different directions.
Mm-hmm. How long has it been since the party, broke up? How long does it feel like it's been, at least?
I'm gonna say it's felt like an hour, maybe 2.
From what I remember, they went outside when all this happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we didn't see them when we're in the garden maze thing, like.
Nope.
Do you know? Other than the maze, was there anywhere else that you can go if you don't go into the maze?
So, I mean, it's a very large estate. I mean, it's about half the size of the city. Whole town. There's the outer courtyard itself and the various pieces of that. There's more towards the inner courtyard along the back and side. The hedge mage takes up a large chunk of one side, but the other side is full of other various things, like a small garden.
Well, if we just stand here doing nothing, we're not going to be anywhere doing anything, so might as well just go back down to where that statue was and see if anything has changed. Because we don't know if this honored host has laid another trap for us, or trick, or test, or whatever.
Well,
There's nothing-
I vote we. Oh,
God.
I vote we go outside because that's where I last saw everyone go.
Worth a shot.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I just say we're not going to do anything while we're standing here, so might as well do something. So let's go outside.
All right. As the five of you start, or the four of you turn to leave, Augustus guy speaks up, just like, I think I'm going to stay here for a bit and see if I can stay out of your way.
All right. I hope you all can keep safe.
It
Oh,
might
don't
be for
worry.
the best.
He points above the door. You guys do see there's just kind of a heavy iron set of bars just poised up there with a rope next to them. It seems to be some sort of release mechanism. You don't have to live this long and
Liza.
not have any sort of solution to these kind of problems.
Liza and Damien, you should probably stay with him.
Yeah, I very much prefer that. I'm not really good at fencing like Paul was back in the day. Liza just kind of gestures to herself. Yeah, I'm not really in fighting condition.
I understand that.
Yeah, it was quite impressive watching you fight earlier.
Thank you. I usually walk around with a lot of armor, but I was told it was a party, so I thought I should wear a dress. I don't think that was the best idea.
Speaking of, Augustus, you wouldn't happen to have any sort of leather armor, padding of any sort that we could borrow?
About her size, not really.
Worth a shot.
Not actually a big
Sure, she's
collector
a bit
armor.
petite.
Yeah, I'm not really a big collector armor unless it's got some fun story behind it. And small armor's a little bit hard to come across unless you have something for like a halfling or a gnome.
Well,
I'm not that short, am I?
No, that's actually quite the problem. If you were a halfling, I might have something a little bit better for you. But
Oh.
you're a little too tall for the small stuff and a little too small for the tall stuff.
Well, we better be going.
yes.
Best of luck to you. And if you need anything, you might be able to reach out to me. I don't really know. I'm gonna be in here. Feel free to use whatever you need to in the manor.
But as we're, like, when he says that, Garen's gonna, is there anything useful in this room that he could think of?
If you want to pull a medic from the TF2 and beat someone in with a bust, then yes.
I mean, improvised weapons.
I'm gonna say it's probably a little bit less effective than your mace. Just a tiny bit.
But adds a little bit of humor. Anyways, yeah. So leaving to outside.
Yes.
Alright. Guys.
Oh, go ahead, Shane. Sorry, you can narrate.
Narration? Wow.
I have something to say before we get outside, that's all.
As you are walking through the hallways following the path you remember taking with Augustus, what would you like to say, Kelly?
Two things. If there's anything I can steal, I would like to be on the lookout for that. Two, I personally don't feel super great. I could keep going, but I would prefer if we maybe rest up a little bit in case it is a big fight. Just personally, did get a really big dog bite, you know? I want to just take some time to wrap it up and everything.
Are you okay? Do you need me to heal you at all?
I mean, if we just take an hour, I can wrap it up myself. I could get medic training.
Yeah, we could. I that's a definite. It's a good thing to do. Yes, I think we should at least take a quick break. Maybe we can wait down by that statue and take a rest. Maybe while we're resting, someone else will show up. If not, then we know we are alone.
We should probably wait out in the Grand Hall, because I feel like that's a good place for maybe a little bit hidden away, but then we can keep an eye out for anyone.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are going to attempt to take a short rest in the ballroom.
Yeah, but like to the side, like kind of like, you know, when you like are like a wallflower at a party and you kind of find a corner, that's where we want to go.
Okay.
Also, is there anything I can steal?
Roll an investigation check.
The secondary
or
importance.
a perception check, whatever.
Both. I think investigation's better.
Oh my gosh, are we sitting down by the wall like at a convention?
Not yet.
Yes. That is a investigation. That's a 15.
All right. There are several candelabras, larger pieces, some statues dotted here or there. There's a few statues of like nice, like suits of nice armor, just kind of like on display stands.
A question for you, Shane. So one of my abilities is the psychic whispers, where I can I can like use use one of them to basically get a D6 on a failed skill check.
Yeah, your
would this be considered? Yeah, would I be able to
considered
use that here?
Failure.
Okay, cool. I just was curious if a mixed success fell under that.
I mean, it's not really a mixed success. You see a lot of the stuff around you. It's just most of the stuff in the hallways is relatively big, or like large portraits and pictures or tapestries hung along the wall. If you want to take it, you can. It's just nothing like. Surprisingly, there's not just like, oh, there's a necklace just hanging off a little hook here. Like,
I don't know if there's one like a display case or something.
Does any of the armor look better than mine?
oh, most of it, yeah.
Like wearable? Like
Whether or not it is currently wearable or fit or suited to fit you, that's a completely different story.
yeah. He's just not gonna bother then.
It's that question of, do you want to spend time trying to strip these armor stands and see if the armor fits you? Especially when, what is it? I think donning plate armor takes like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright. So eventually you guys all make your way back into the main ballroom and find a nice corner kind of hidden behind some statues about midway along the wall to just kind of like lean against the wall, get some water from your water skins, or whatever other beverages you may have snuck into your bags. And you begin to rest. About 15 minutes in, you just hear it's a loud, raucous, very staccato bang.
Where's
What
it?
direction?
Sounds like it's outside, a fair distance away.
Like where the tree was?
It is very hard to tell given there's only a single door out. Sound kind of all
Oh.
travels through the door.
Yeah. Okay. You
Does
said
it
there
sound
like
like a gunshot?
You are unaware of what a gun sounds like.
Well, we should probably go check out what that is.
Agreed.
I don't. Well, if anything, I don't really have to rest that much. Anyone that has to rest, I can always go and look.
You are not going alone, Ayana. You're not even wearing fucking armor.
Well, I wanted to help.
That's very,
It's fine.
very helpful.
We will go check this out and hope for the best.
Okay.
So you're heading outside to follow the noise?
Yes.
Yes.
As you go outside, you hear another just which seems to reverberate from various spots, most of them in the outer courtyard.
Go check that out then.
Yeah, keep going.
Juno's flashing the stream. Cat
No one
butthole
needs to
on
see a cat
stream.
butthole. She's trying to steal my straw, and she's
It's very
very
determined.
rude.
Alright.
She wants that milkshake. Give it.
Oh, she's purring. Anyways, sorry, my
Mom,
cat's
this
a
is a game.
distraction.
Alright. So you all begin making your way forward towards the gate and stairwell that leads down to the outer courtyard. You can't really make a perception check for me, actually, for funsies.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 23 for me.
That's a 6.
All right. Very different ends of the spectrum.
18.
Come on, give us like a 12 to round it out.
I always can't find. Oh god, I'm blind. 15.
15. Yeah, I'll take it. Garen and Eloda, you are probably the only ones that really can pinpoint where it's coming from. As you kind of get outside, you see a walled off, like, large garden. Kind of like tall walls. You can see various grapevines and rose bushes up against things. The wall's a little too tall to see into from this distance. But you can guesstimate that the sound is there. However, the only entrance seems to be relatively close to where the tree is.
Let's head that direction. I think the sound's coming in from over there.
Yes.
Alright. As you guys begin approaching and get closer, most of you start hearing just those faint... the sound of wind whistling through the boughs of a tree, and just this gentle creaking noise.
Loda is power walking through there. Let's get out fast.
Alright. As you guys get about 40 feet away from the tree, you do notice that there's a figure tied against the tree, to the tree. And you recognize them as Mortimer, tied with the same vines, just seemingly attached to the trunk of the tree itself.
that answers my questions.
Does he look like he's asleep?
From this distance, yes. Unconscious, asleep, same difference.
Okay.
You can tell
Oh,
he's not moving.
Okay, cool.
His head's kind of just drooped to the side. His mustache is a little ruffled. Very unlike him.
He's dead.
So you're all about 40 feet away from the tree. The entrance is about directly to the right of the tree, about 20 feet off to the right.
Well, the noise was coming from this area over by the garden, so shall we go check that out, or to see if we can wake up Mortimer?
I suggest we go straight to the garden.
So it's worth noting, you can't really... The tree is about the same distance, only about a 20-foot gap between it, so you have to get... You're going to be getting relatively close to the tree to get into the garden.
Okay,
Oh, the
so we have
garden.
to pass the tree to get there.
Yeah, it's basically at the same distance at this point from you guys.
Okay.
How high are the walls again?
Probably about 10 feet.
Quick, someone get on my shoulders.
Oh, can I just scale the wall?
If you want to.
Fuck yeah!
Anna lifts up her arm,
To the tree.
like pick up motion.
I'm gonna scale the fucking wall. Like, it's 10 feet. What skill should I be using?
I mean, you can climb. It's not a very tough wall to climb. It's stone brick.
Okay, I parkour up that. Good.
All right. Where are you trying to get to it? Because it's probably about 40 feet long and a similar distance wide. Are you going
Okay.
far away from the tree? Or are you going closer to the corner?
Like 15 feet away from the tree?
The tree's about
Sorry,
give
I was
perspect-
throwing out a
Yes.
straw so my cat wouldn't eat it.
To give perspective, there's the tree kind of in the center of this walkway. The garden is off to the side and approximately like in line. Like that corner is more or less in line with the tree right now. About 20 feet of distance between the two of them.
Okay, well, I'll go as far away from the tree as possible, I guess. And climb
Okay.
up that way.
All right, so you make your way. You get about probably like what did I say? It was about 40, 50 feet deep. Going to that back corner. And you begin climbing up, and you do hear the sounds of a fight as you get closer.
Hurry up. Follow me.
You
The
just hear,
door
There's a
was on the side of the tree, right?
yes.
Alright. Let's see. Can we. I mean,
Can you boost me up?
can I boost up Ayana?
Yeah, I was gonna say probably.
Yes.
I mean,
with-
from.
it's a 10-foot stone brick wall. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't take that much effort to get over it.
You're
Well,
not
I
that
guess
no
we're all
upper
going
body
to
with
scale this
straight
wall
up.
now.
Yes, let's all scale the wall together. Teamwork.
Yes.
Me,
All right.
thankfully, I'm only in chainmail.
Yeah. As you guys are
Leather.
all thrown up and eventually or climbing up of your own volition and crest the wall, you do see the half ogre, the tiefling, and the halfling currently fighting with what seems to be a large living tree.
Shit.
So when I see this, is the top of the wall flat?
Ish.
Like, can I run across it?
I would probably say give me an acrobatics check to run full tilt across it, but
I would
as
see.
you guys are cresting it, you do see just the ogre slam their axe into the side of the tree, just grab it, and just slam it into the ground. Just embedding
Okay, so
the axe deep inside of it.
Okay, so they're good. They don't need help.
Yes.
Okay.
As you guys are climbing over and kind of see this happen, Izir turns around and just looks at you, putting his scimitar back on his belt. Well, I don't know how I keep getting Siri to activate randomly. I hate having an iPhone. Izir turns
You
to all
can
of
turn
you.
it off.
I know, I should. Izir turns to all of you and says, well, you guys came at a fun time. You missed all the action.
Oh, don't worry. We've had plenty of action ourselves.
Are you enjoying the game?
I mean, it's more exciting than a party is, that's for sure. And he kind of walks up and looks up at you at the wall. And you see he's been hit a few times. You see a small trickle of blood kind of coming down from right by his jaw.
Give you trouble?
No, nothing that bad.
Have you been able to meet our distinguished host?
If you're talking about the old man, no, I have not seen him.
Oh, we've discovered that it was someone pretending to be him, and we believe we have seen their true form. Could be another lie, though.
Well, this is all exciting, but I think we have more things to take care of. As Izir turns around, Malik, get your axe out of the fucking tree. Let's go. And they begin walking towards the entrance to the garden.
Gonna hop down and follow them.
Alright. You all hop down, following behind. It's like, so did you have any fun interactions while you were somewhere fucking else?
I
Yes,
learned a really cool song.
We found where Augustus was really, and had an interesting run-in in the hedge maze.
Augustus.
Is that his name? Did I get that wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay, good. Old man. The old man.
Ah,
He was trapped.
One of the old men.
there's an old
He
man
was
outside
hung.
too.
Oh yes, Morty. He's the one that you stole the invitation from.
Mortimer. Yes, that's his name. As he's continue walking forward, you get relatively close to the edge of the garden.
The host did say that this is a game of tag, and that he is it, and to win we have to avoid being caught by him and his friends. Those that have lost the game are in the tree, but we can tag them out to be safe. But he did allude to some sort of protector, so we should be safe. We should be cautious as we approach.
Alright, well, we'll certainly give it a try, but can't accomplish anything unless we move forward. And he turns on his heels and starts walking out.
About that forward momentum. I
Yes.
like this guy. And I start going.
I mean,
All along.
Alright,
I wish I could heal him. I don't have enough for that. I feel bad.
as the seven of you crest out into the mainstay of the outer courtyard, you're immediately faced with the same tree, and oddly enough, Mortimer is now on the same side as you guys.
seems like he must be our objective.
Well,
Shall we
you
try to
said it's
knock them?
tag.
Do you want to go give it a shot?
Was that to Eloda or to Izir? Sorry.
Yeah, to Izir.
Eh? If none of you want to try.
We'll be right behind you.
What is it that they say in your language? Fortune favors the bold? And he starts striding towards them, or towards Mortimer, pulling his scimitar out. And as he reaches and starts swinging down to slice through the vines that are holding Mortimer to the tree, you guys just see as a long, barky arm sticks out of the tree's side and catches his hand. And just throws him by his arm back towards you. And you see, just walking forward, almost extruding from the tree, is a long marionette-like figure, not unlike the statue that you saw, just made entirely of bark and wood, with just this big, grinning ivory smile across it. As it climbs out of the tree, you see it just kind of drags Mortimer as kind of attached to its chest. And this, I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Oh, God. Shane, you're giving me flashbacks to season 3 of TMA. I don't like it.
Hell yeah.
A crisp 9?
A crisp
9.
9. Alright. Let me...
Is there anywhere that you would want us to type it so we don't have
Well,
overload you with numbers?
let's do it this way. Did anyone roll a 25 to a 20? As I have to roll for all the peoples. Hold on. Let me roll for all the things that I am in charge of right now. Because there are many creatures.
Friends.
Many creatures.
And all
in this fight.
enemies.
Let's hope we have friends in this fight.
Let's hope we have more friends than enemies in this fight.
I'm just hoping we have any friends.
Will you be my neighbor? Will you
Hello?
be my friend?
I think for the next Dungeon Brawl, I'm just gonna have a character who speaks in that voice.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, my name is
Marriage.
Straight Up Child.
Oh, this is giving
Alex.
flashbacks
What?
to the cult of Uwu.
What brought us
Ooh.
together today?
Forever.
Forever. Love. True love.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm rolling absolutely goddamn horrible today.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Love that for us.
Jinx.
Alright, anyone roll 25 to 20? Nope. Alright, good stuff. Good start. 20 to 15.
16.
17.
17 for Low. Yeah, 16 for Garen.
Did you say 17 or 19?
I said 17.
Okay. I heard 19, sorry.
Alright.
I think I did math correctly. Yes, I did.
We never know if we do math correctly around here. Alright, 15 to 10. Or 15 to 11, whatever. 10 to 5.
9.
9.
7.
Alright.
I'm sending my pretty dice to dice jail. It's not safe.
Mine's also in dice jail.
Ayana, I
think
believe you
Dark
have a dex mod higher than 0, correct?
I do.
Okay, so you
Plus
beat
one.
Malik.
Oh my god, I beat someone. Woo.
Beat several people because I rolled really bad.
Oh, yikes.
Alright. Ayana,
I really have
Malik,
no-
and our poor boy Izir rolled really fucking bad.
Oh no!
I mean, he did just get tossed by a tree.
Yeah, that'll be his
Like a
excuse for getting
rental.
for rolling a 3, despite having a pretty reasonable initiative modifier. All right, let me switch to my combat music.
Combat
Oh god, Spotify work, please, for the love of God. Spotify, no.
Spotify, no.
Spotify, no. There we are. Hold on. Play. Oh, that's loud. Alright. So, first up in the order is Low. As you see Izir tossed by his arm, pretty much skidding to a stop right in front of you. You're about 20 feet away from the creature.
Good?
I am fine. He's starting to pick himself up.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna chuck a thing at it.
Alright. Roll for attack.
That's a +6, right? +6. That's a 19 for my first attack.
That is a hit.
Alright, I'm gonna do my second one now because it's not gonna be much damage because no one's against it. The second one is a 22.
A 22 is also a hit, unsurprisingly.
Alright, I rolled shit. Do I get to have +4 to the second one? Hell yeah. 14 points of damage total.
14 points of damage. Alright. Me.
And then I am going to move up against it if I can position myself so that I am behind it in like a possible future flanking position for someone.
It's
That
still
is what I would like to
roughly
do.
against the tree. So you can go to the
Okay.
You can go around it. It's probably about it's a large creature, so it's about 10 feet by 10 feet area of influence. So you can go to the sides, but you can't really get behind it.
Okay.
It still hasn't really moved too far away from the tree.
I will go to the side and just be
Alright.
like, "Don't notice me, please."
Alright, as you pull your two daggers out from thin air, sending them both launching, and they kind of just embed for a moment in the creature and slowly fade out of existence. And rushing up to its side, kind of assuming what would hopefully be a defensive position. Alright. That brings us to Garen.
And we don't see any other enemies, just the big tree so far.
Nothing that you can see so far.
Okay. Yeah, he is going to move up to it, however far that is. And he's probably he's gonna attack it. Just try to he's gonna do his best not to hit Mortimer. And that would be a 16 hit.
16 is hit.
Right.
As you rush forward, the creature is though it seems bipedal, it is holding itself up by its hands and its somewhat shorter hind legs. These long, thin-ish. They're probably still about, I'd say like 10 inches to a foot in diameter, but thin compared to just how long and tall its body is.
Okay.
You slam your morning star into one of its arms as it tries to catch it. You see it just dig in with the spike protruding from the side.
That is only 7 points of damage.
All right. 7 points of damage. All right. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
She's just, no. That's all you can do right now.
All right. That would bring us next to our local halfling friend with a gun. It's Brisley's turn.
With a gun.
Grizzly's got a gun.
Of which Brisley is now pulling it out from his belt and attempting to load it because he forgot to load it after the previous fight.
I love Chris Lee. Oh man.
Brisley's doing his best. He's like, fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck.
What a dum-dum.
Is that he actually like went to shoot it, immediately just noticing the hammer's not even cocked, and he's just like, fuck, 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 fuck. And is currently attempting to load it. Which unfortunately takes his action to do. Alright. That brings us to Eloda.
All right, I'm gonna make the bold I'm gonna make the bold assumption that this tree does not have any metal on it.
More or less. Can't see any metal on it. There is
Yeah.
metal on Mortimer.
It doesn't sound like the smartest idea. So, well, there goes all my spells because I don't want to knock anyone else over. I will take my longsword in both hands, run up to it, and try and slice at its other arm.
Alright, roll for attack.
16.
16 hits.
Alright. Oh my god, I need a brighter room. Okay. That is 8 damage.
Alright, 8 damage as this big tree-like creature pries its one long, the fingers on it long and sharp, pulls it free from Garen's Morning Star, the other hand coming to try and catch your longsword as you slice and embed it into its wrist for a moment. And you have to kind of like rip it out. How much damage did you say that was? Sorry.
8.
8. Alright. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright. That would bring us next to the creature's turn. As it pulls its arm free from your blade and kind of looks around at you, it's going to immediately start taking a swipe towards Garen as the biggest, pointiest target so far. Loda, thank God you don't have sharp armor and aren't an immediate threat. You don't look like the hardy target, unfortunately. So it is going to make its first attack against Garen. Alright, that is a 16.
Does not hit.
Alright. So it swings its massive wooden arm towards you. You kind of duck out of the way as it swings right overhead. And Eloda, it is going to attempt something. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, let me... Where are my saves at? Oh, thank goodness. And that dropped into the carpet and I couldn't see it. Legit, I caught it in the middle of it falling and I was like, that was stupid. That is a 16.
Alright, 16 saves. As it swings out and kind of just holds its hand out towards you. And vines from the tree kind of sprout out, shooting towards you. You manage to use your long sword and duck out, push them out of the way and parry them as they rush past you and fall limp onto the ground.
Okay.
Alright. That is all it can do, so that brings us to Ayana.
Okay. Wow, I don't have like any spells. So I'm gonna make it work. I have like 2 blunt. So I am going to aim because I don't want to hit. I don't want to hit our butler friend. So I'm going to aim for like maybe like a tree hand or something, you know.
Bold for you to assume he's your friend.
I hope everyone's my friend, you know. I'm gonna aim for a hand with Sacred Flame.
All right.
They have to Tree Fantastic make a dex of 13.
Whew, it barely made that. That was a 14. So as the flames kind of shoot from your hand, they just scorch past the creature's arm as it shifts out of the way. And just
I'm gonna take one step back and that's it.
I'm gonna move a little bit back and hope I don't pee my pants. All right.
No.
All right. That'll bring us to Malik, the one prepared person in this group, who you all are just gonna see as he just pulls the axe off his shoulder and just charges for it. And he is going to fail at this. You see him try and just kind of like pull his arms out and immediately try and grasp and bear hug the creature. And it just kind of like grabs him, hoists him, and tosses him to the side. He is here as your large ogre friend rolls across the ground. Alright.
Pirates are not as badass as we originally assumed.
They unfortunately are just having a very bad start to this fight.
You're tired.
It does. I'm rolling really bad, okay? Rolling really
They're
bad.
sleepy.
Like, he has a +6 to that to try and grapple. It's just, I rolled a 4. Like, I'm just not having a good day on any front. Alright. That brings us last but not least to Izir, who's now successfully pulled himself up off the ground. You see as he kind of reclaims his scimitar, it's like, alright, so this is not something I particularly like to do. And you see him stick out his hand and... Please tell me,
Oh my god.
please tell me I actually did something right. Yes, thank God, he just hit with 16. You see 3 rays of fire shoot out of his hand and smash directly into the shoulders and the head of this creature. I don't remember the damage for this spell. Hold the phone. Hold on. I don't know my own fucking NPC stat blocks.
How dare you, Shay, not know everything at all times? What a horrible, horrible human you must be.
I like to keep up the impressions that I am a dictionary of all things D&D. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to roll 3 times. Fuck. I really don't know what's going on. Thankfully, all of those hit.
Hey.
Alright. I am, of course, 1d6 short at my immediate hand of rolling all of them. So, whatever. 1, 2... I don't know how to count. Fuck. Alright.
Neither do I, it's okay.
16. Alright. And it takes 16 fire damage. Alright. And Izir is going to start walking forward and approaching the creature. As it recoils, like you see flames kind of scorching faint embers, but not fully caught on fire against its shoulder. And you see its face is now just kind of scarved or burnt in black. Alright. That brings us back to low.
Oh, whoa.
Creatures looming over you.
Positioning wise, do I get flanking?
No one explicitly went to the side of the creature, so no, you do not currently have flanking. You do have sneak attack, but you do not have advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. I just was hoping for that sweet, sweet advantage because I roll shit at all times. I say that and I roll a natural 20.
All right. Hell yeah.
So that's a 26, and that is. I'm rolling 2d6 plus my normal. I think I'm rolling 66 because I normally roll 3 with sneak attack. Do I have a 56? I don't. Or a 66, I should say.
So it's like a total
Okay.
8d6 because of your daggers.
Yeah, I also straight up rolled 4 2s on that, which is disappointing. So that's 6 plus 3, that's 9. Or sorry, let me do the math again in a different way.
Oh, your
That'll
daggers
be
are only a
easier.
d. Oh, your psychic daggers are a d6.
My psychic daggers.
You said 4 2s, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just doing math real quick. Sorry, I'm saying it all out loud, but I don't need assistance. I'm gonna be a big girl for once in my life. No, I'm not. Oh God. So that's 8 plus 3 is 11. Plus another 5 is 16. Plus another 8 is a number. Or sorry, not another 8. Plus another 4. So 16 plus 4, so 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage from one fucking dagger. All right.
Sorry, I've had a long day, so math is even harder.
Welcome to the stream of many things, everyone. None of us know how to do math.
Yeah, what is? Yeah, it's another language.
The second one was a dirty 20.
That is also a hit. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And then the second hit is for 9 points of damage, so
9
29 points of damage in a round. And then I make a stinky face at him.
All right, as you embed these spectral blue daggers into it, just thump, thump. One of them actually hits you. Hit it right in the joint of its knee, kind of jumping up to slam it in, and you see it kind of like crumple for a second, having to catch itself on its front arms, and it just turns around and you just.
Where is your brain? I wonder. That sounded
Bold of
very
you! Bold of you to
creepy.
assume it has a brain.
I mean, it's doing psychic damage,
Yeah.
so that's why I was like, where's the brain?
All right. That'll bring us right back round to Garen.
So, Mortimer is still attached to this thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the central like abdomen of it.
Is he like lofted into the air, or is it fairly close to the ground to where like if I would have run up, I could touch him?
He is probably about 4 feet in the air, so you could reasonably grab him. At least his foot.
Yeah, he's gonna try to touch him.
Okay, you run up and you just boop.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna try something, because tagging. You tag him, see if he wakes up.
All right, you rush up and you tag his foot. He is still asleep.
Okay.
He's also
that
still
take my
thoroughly
action?
bound. I mean, I'll account. Yeah, I'll say it's your bonus action.
Okay.
Technically, it's a touch. Like it would be a touch attack in certain regards. So, but I'll be generous.
Yeah, I mean, he was just kind of like, oh yeah, he said something about like tagging, waking him up. Maybe that's part of this. So
Y'all are taking this Faye guy really fucking seriously.
we don't know. Hey, Faye, you never know. Like
It's hard to
what they say to-
delineate truth from fiction sometimes with them.
Yeah, you have to listen to what they say sometimes, and sometimes they're literal, sometimes they're not.
Also, this game of tag has very untraditional tag rules.
What? You don't fucking fight to the death in your games of tag?
I also
I
mean,
mean-
like he's it or they're it, but we're all supposed to tag people at the same time. What?
Yeah.
What
It's freeze
playground are we
tag.
on?
I'm
It's freeze tag. Stuck in the mud. You gotta free your friends.
Oh.
So, since that didn't work, he's gonna just
give it a
morning
smack.
star. Yep. Roll the 17. So, I'm assuming that hits.
All right, yeah.
Plus the.
Roll for your damage.
I had to use all my spells last fight. Oh, max damage. So that's 8 plus 5, 13.
All right, 13 damage. As you rush up and tag Mortimer, seeing that he's not awake, and then suddenly just the leg pushes you back, but you manage to catch yourself and swing at its before it can pull it away effectively, slamming into his foot and just carving wood and chunks off of it, which you see just kind of like bend and reshape themselves to fix the hole. Alright, and that was 13 damage.
Is this thing looking hurt?
A little bit. You don't look like you enjoyed that answer.
No, I mean, only a little bit. Whenever I hit him, did it seem like the damage that I dealt was the amount of damage? Like, did it take the like, was the force, did it seem like it took the exact amount of force? Like, could I tell?
It took exactly 50 newtons of force.
I'm just saying, like, obviously I hit it pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, you've been taking chunks out of this thing. Its body is reforming slightly, but you can see the marks that you've left where things like the scorch mark across its face from the fire blast earlier.
Okay.
Alright. That brings us to Brisley. It's like, fuck, shit, fuck, ah, fuck! So he shoots towards the creature. Ooh, and I think that's a 23? Damn. I have a good result. Wow.
So we hear a gunshot go off for the first time officially now.
Yeah, you guys hear as he pulls this pistol out. It's poof. And it's loud because it's essentially just a fucking flintlock, like, it's just a black powder in a metal tube, more or less. But it's painfully effective. Especially in this case where he does grand total 8 damage in one shot. How do I do math? Hold on. There we are. As you see, the bullets or lead ball, more or less, rips through the shoulder, kind of blasting off chunks of wood and bark from the creature's body. And it just recoils. You see its arms slack for a second before snapping back up into place. And Brisley just looks at it, just, fuck! It's a bit heftier than the last tree. And he's going to immediately start trying to reload his gun. Alright. That would bring us back round to Eloda.
Alright, I'm gonna, again, with my longsword, strike back up at it.
Give it a good old smackaroo.
And I missed, because that was a whopping 5.
5 whole damage. Not damage. 5. That is definitely a miss. As you start swinging, you start swinging your longsword towards it, and it, seeing it coming this time, just bats the flat of your blade away. You kind of have to, you do a bit of a pirouette, trying to catch yourself from the force. All right. Would you like to do anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. That'll bring us to the creature's turn. It is now very upset. And it's gonna do a fun thing. Ayana, you didn't walk up towards it, did you?
I actually backed up a little bit.
You backed up a little bit. So the smallest creature nearby is probably Low. Low, make an acrobatics or athletics check. Fuck.
Natural 1 for a total of 7.
I got a 9.
Oh, dang it. I was gonna ask you if I could use my Cybolster knack for it to, like, up it just a little bit. But you already said the difference, so it's fine.
Well, you know it's a failure.
Yes.
Is resisting a grapple a skill check? Are you proficient in acrobatics?
I am.
Sure, you can expend your die on that. Or at least attempt to expend your die on that.
That's not helped. Okay. Sorry, I just landed on an edge. That is an... It just brought it up to an 8. So I still failed.
You get to keep your psionic die.
I do.
But the creature reaches out with one of its longer arms, just grabs a hold of you, and floating in the wind, it's gonna chuck you at Brisley.
Oh dear.
I love rolling well on the checks that are just really fucking weird. That's a hit. So as per the new Tasha's rules, I know how to calculate this now. You're both gonna take half of whatever the damage I roll is, which, since it's approximately like 20 feet of falling sideways, it's 2d6. So you each take 5 damage, and you are both prone. As you get picked up and just lobbed towards it and slam into Grizzly's small body. Brisley, you have me saying Grizzly. Brisley's small body, as he's loading, he's going like, fuck, shit, fuck, and he's immediately knocked on. You are prone on top of him. There's a little bit of black powder on your face now from hitting him as he's trying to reload.
Sorry. I'm gonna start helping him up.
Alright, it is technically not your turn, so...
Yeah, I know, but that's...
Just check, just making sure. Thankfully, that consumed both of its attacks, so... We get to move on to Ayana. As you see the creature pick up and chuck low in your general direction, taking out Brisley like a bowling ball.
Hi! Are you okay?
No!
Honestly, this is a better... I will get off of you in just a second, dear. Hold on. It's not my turn yet. Honestly, this is better because then I don't have to waste time running away from it.
Just got picked up and just...
That's fair. So, can I get like a good gauge on how everyone's feeling around me?
Based off of what Lo just said, she doesn't look great, but she's claiming she is fine, so take that as you will.
Yeah, I think you're all above half health, right?
Nope. I just went under. I'm at 12 out of... sorry, no metagaming. I'm about at half health.
Okay.
Actually, I'm at directly half health.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I'm by them, and who else is close to me within like 30 feet?
Brisley, who's currently under Low.
Fair.
Technically, everyone would be within 30 feet of you.
Perfect. Okay.
Except for Malik, who is currently a little bit behind.
Oh, okay. So how many people? So there's...
Six.
Six?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Including yourself.
Well, I don't need any healing. So, I'm gonna go and cast a Prayer of Healing.
I think that's a 10-minute casting time.
Fudge! I just read that right when you said that, and I was like, nope, never mind. Scratch that. Not gonna happen. I'm really upset about that now. I've never had that spell before, so I got really excited.
It's a really good one for not in combat.
Yeah. I hate everything. Especially since I only have 2 more chances. Okay. So Lo is the only one that looks like really bad.
Lo is okay.
Uh-huh.
Brisley looks uncomfortable.
You
He is underneath Lo. So.
Yeah, you can't see too much of him. You just hear his voice just going, "Get the fuck off me, please."
I'm working on it. I'm sorry, but I think some grass got tangled in my hair.
Just yoinking your hair against the ground. Just,
There's like a stick in it, I think.
D&D turn order.
God.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna try Sacred Flame again.
Alright. Oh, that was not good. That's an 8.
Yes! Okay. So that's 1d8. Where are you? Ah, okay, cool. You're not an 8. I hate you. That was a 3.
3 damage. Alright. As Sacred,
Woo!
these like bright sunlight, a little bit tinged pink and green flames just strike across its body, just barely missing Mortimer. Alright.
And then with the rest of my movement, I am going to help Lo up.
Sure, you can help her get up.
If I can. Awesome.
It's not really expediting the process any, but we'll say for flavor's sake you are helping her get up. All right,
I am working on it.
the creature is starting to look a little wet heart. It's not
It was
having
my
a good day.
3.
All right, this brings us to our lovely friend Malik. You guys just hear fucking tree fucking. He picks up his axe and just swings it towards the back leg of the tree creature, trying to slice through it. Oh, and Malik's a big boy and rolled really well on that.
Finally.
All right. So that is. I rolled max damage. Holy fuck. Malik is a very big boy.
Big boy.
I think
nice
that's
going, Malik.
22 slashing damage as he just slams it in, chopping straight through one of the back legs about a foot up. Or probably 2 or 3 feet, honestly, just slicing through the creature. You see it catches itself as the stump just digs into the ground. Jesus Christ.
Boy.
Alright. It's definitely looking hurt now. You just hear him laughing. Stupid fucking tree. And that brings us to Izir, who, as he walks forward, is like, "Yes, Malik, very good. His stupid fucking tree. Unfortunately, our friends are a little bit close to it, so this limits my options." What's he gonna do? I think he is going to. You see him kind of trace his fingertips along the edge of his scimitar. There's a trail of green flame starts irking up it, kind of almost like if you've seen like driftwood from the sea catch fire, how it looks green and almost a bit purple at times. He does that, rushes forward, swinging his scimitar at the tree creature's arms. If I could stop rolling really fucking badly for Izir, that would be really fucking good. That's not a hit, so as he swings, you see kind of a burst of flame reach out, and it just kind of harmlessly grazes against the arm of the creature. It just kind of swats away the fire. All right. Next up, that'll bring us right back to Lo.
Whoa.
How wow.
All right, so Ayana's gotten the stick out of Lo's hair.
Readjust her hair. Got
So
a face full of curls.
Lo does that, like, uses half her movement to do that, like, really, really dope, like, kick up, not use their hands thing, but, like, absolutely forgets that they're on top of Risley still. So it's, like, hurts him while she's getting up.
Yeah, as you kick backwards, he's just like, ow, fuck, God.
And as she's doing it, she's like already mid motion to throw.
All right.
The first one's a dirty 20.
That is definitely a hit.
And then the second one is a 24.
That is surprisingly also a hit.
Wham.
En Carib.
Who would have thunk it?
Oh, I love rogues.
So much damage.
So many click clacks.
So many d6.
Hold on, let me just double check this and I'm not going crazy. 20 points of damage.
Damn. All right. As you do your little kip up, pulling these daggers more or less from what looks like the ground to the casual observer, just both of them embedding into the side of the skull or the head of the creature, and as they disappear. All right.
I'm gonna use the other I'm gonna use another like 10 feet of movement or so to just spread a little bit away from the other two so that we're not as bunched up.
And you said 23, correct?
20 total. 20. Sorry, I have the sniffles today.
I just get very distracted sometimes and I forget what numbers are. I'm just thinking about how cool the shit you guys are doing is. It's fine.
Aww, your shit's pretty cool too.
Says the person that just got thrown by this fucking abomination.
She was gonna run away anyways, so this is easier. Action economy wise.
Alright. That brings us right back to Garen.
And I think the only thing he can do is whack it right now.
Give it a old whack whack.
Yep. Is a 19 to hit.
A 19 does in fact hit.
Alright. Let's go for max damage again. Nope, that was not max damage. That was only 7 damage.
7 damage, alright. As following up after it had to dodge out of the way of Izir's flames, you swing your Morning Star up towards it, puncturing through its arms. You see the spike protruding from the other side as you rip out pieces of its arm, pulling your mace free. You said 6 damage?
7.
7 damage. Telling you, I don't know what the fuck numbers are, guys. Cool. It's looking really fucking hurt. Alright. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
No. He's positioned where he needs to be.
Alright. Brisley, my dear friend Brisley. He's having a bad day. Forgot to load his gun. Gets hit with a half-elf. He's just not having a good one. So you see him get up, spending half his movement to get up. He just sticks the gun back in his belt and just pulls 2 daggers like, alright, fuck you! He just throws a dagger out towards the creature. And actually fucking hits. Wow. Brisley, I'm so proud of you.
One day Risley will be able to figure out how to use a gun well.
I mean, it works really well sometimes. Just unfortunately against a large tree creature, doesn't work so well. But he does
Artificer.
get 5 damage off from the first dagger. Gonna rush up and try as the dagger. This one fully just embeds into the chest of the creature, kind of about a foot away from Mortimer's head. He's gonna rush up and attempt to stab and miss as the tree creature just backhands him. He just stumbles back, does a little roll, and catches himself. At this point, it's just got the dagger in a reverse grip. It's like, bring it on, you little fucker! And that's all of Brisley's turn. Eloda, what would you like to do?
Again, with the sword. I have 2 combat spells and neither of them work right now.
You know what happens. 11. Unfortunately doesn't hit. You actually...
No, it doesn't.
Brisley kind of like bumps you on the way through. Your sword swing gets knocked a little bit off course as your foot gets knocked back and you have to catch yourself, just barely nicking the bark of the tree.
Hit
Damn.
me, you bastard.
Damn, Brisley.
Why couldn't it hurt me instead and then I have extra things to do?
Hellish rebuke against Brisley.
Oh no, it's not. The reason I wanted to get almost dead was I have all that orcishness in me. And that's more fun if I'm hurt.
Alright. Well,
Why would
speaking
you
of
let me
which,
die?
it would be the monster's turn now.
Loda has a death wish. Big twist.
Plot twist, she is suicidal.
No, she's an adrenaline junkie. Completely different.
That's why I
Completely
said death
different.
wish.
I know how to math. Give me a second.
I believe in you.
20.
It's been a long day.
I believe a 20 hits Eloda.
Yeah, it does. I wasn't hoping it would hit me at this health. I was hoping last bite I would go down.
Well,
This is gonna hurt.
Oh,
that's 10 bludgeoning damage. As after it's shook off Brisley, it just immediately brings its arm down, slamming into your torso, knocking the
10?
wind out of you. 10, yes, 10 bludgeoning damage.
oh no, we gotta hydrate.
Hydrate! Do I have hydrate left? I do.
I finished mine.
My water's in the other room.
For context of size, I have a very large head, and this is almost the size of my head. It's a very large cup. Alright. And now that it has smacked the absolute shit out of Eloda, guess what? It doesn't like fire. It doesn't like Izir.
Fire hot, fire bad.
Why does Izir not wear any armor? The cocky bastard.
He's for all his sick tattoos and scars.
Because he is gay.
He has an AC of 13, but that's a
That's higher than mine.
15. He has a slightly higher dexterity. So Izir is getting smacked as well. He only takes 11 damage. It's fine. As the creature's other arm swings out and just slashes at Izir, knocking him, kind of stumbling a little bit backwards. You can see kind of like the air knocked out of him. He's just, I really fucking hate this thing. And that is...
I don't think it quite
turn.
likes you either.
Alright. That would bring us to Ayana.
Okay. How bad does he look?
Gotta be specific on the he. There's many he's here.
Oh, sorry. Azir.
He has taken 11 damage. He looked pretty rough. Not pretty rough, but like a little hurt to start. He's looking not the greatest. He's keeping himself composed, but he's bleeding.
like profusely.
There's you can see a trickle of blood kind of coming down along his face.
Okay. And he's the most. He looks like the most hurt out of everyone.
No, that would still probably be low.
Fuck. Okay.
Really? Oh no, not low.
Lo doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Okay.
Lo's been
It's
tanking a
still,
little bit.
Yeah.
Which is like, Garen's not getting attacked.
Well, Lo just got chucked, so that took a good
Yeah.
chunk of her remaining hit points.
He's trying. He's
is-
trying to get the attention, but he doesn't have any spells left.
Kobe.
Oh my God. So Lo's still like near me.
Yeah.
Well, you did use your movement
Okay.
to move away, remember?
Oh, she's 10 feet away. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get close to Lo, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, don't waste your spell.
Too late.
It's not like Lo can
Too
say
late.
anything, but
Okay, what? That's a 1d8. I hope that's not another 3. Well, it said I'm not a 3, but I'm a 1 instead, so 4 points of healing to you.
thank you.
This is such a waste of a spell.
It's almost all the damage that she took from flying through the air.
Oh, okay, that's better. Ish.
Got a little pick me up, little boost.
A little snack of healing.
Yes.
Just a little heal as a treat.
I gave you some like M&Ms or something. Made you feel a little better.
A little piece of candy of healing. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
I'm used to
fine.
I wanted to help, and you didn't look that well. But then wasn't really.
Insulting. Oh, I was just vaguely insulted by that. It's fine.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you want me to heal? Like
Just
hit
punch
you
me in
and
the
then,
face
like,
right
take my
now.
thing? Oh.
I don't, her unarmed damage, I think, is like a 2 or a 3.
Just undo everything you just did.
Punch me in the face right now.
Or what your heels?
All right.
My earring.
Well, let's get moving on to our favorite big boy of the day, Malik's turn. He's just like, stupid tree, we'll chop down. He just rushes forward with the axe, aiming for the torso.
Malik is a good boy.
Yes.
Malik is a good boy doing some good stuff, though he does not hit. He swings for the torso. The creature kind of just, you see its like branch-like body just kind of shift out of the way, just kind of with this odd snapping, just. And that's unfortunately Malik's whole turn, because at this level we don't get multi-attack. Sad. Big sad. Poor Malik. Well, at this point, it brings us back to Izir. Like, alright, I'm really fucking tired of this thing. Sorry, Malik! And you see, he kind of puts he holds his hand in front of him, and rising out of the ground, 3 like cantaloupe-sized rocks appear and begin circling his hand. Sorry, bud, this is gonna hurt a little bit. And 2 of them just catching fire as they launch towards the creature. Which I believe is a dexterity saving throw. Passes the first one, and this Second one, and then the creature misses on one of them. So 2d6. So Malik takes. Malik takes 5. The creature takes 10. And then Malik takes 3. And this creature takes 3 as well. Alright. As these rocks, these little meteors collide into the side of the creature, just you see some blasts of flames erupt from the torso, just barely like singeing the feet. One hits the head of the creature and just kind of blasts against it. You see a large chunk of its head is now just kind of missing and scorched off. The other hits the lower abdomen of the creature, kind of scorching it and blasting Malik a little bit. Alright. That brings us right back around to low.
Let's do this. First one is a 22.
A 22 does in fact hit.
Okay, and the second one is a 25.
That does hit.
And
In case you're wondering, yes.
Hot streak tonight that I need to knock on wood about, because I mentioned. Oh shit, I rolled 3 6s and a 5.
Ah,
Nice.
shit. 23
So that's
damage,
close.
alright.
Is it 23?
Yeah.
Plus another 8 for my +4.
So that's 31.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
So low size as well, and it's like I'm right there with you, person whose name I totally Isel.
Izir.
Izir. Why did I write down? It's because I copied this down from my concussion notes. That's the last time we saw them, and I just wrote everything down wrong. I'm right there with you, Izir. Just gonna like sigh, chuck, see that it's still not down, chuck, nod as it crumples. And I'm just like, I'm aiming for that like spot in its head that Izir already caved into.
Yep. So as you casually toss 2 daggers at it, the first one misses slightly, just embedding in the jaw. And you see its jaws. As soon as it starts growling at you, the second one hits and just. You see her. As it collapses down, catching on what is essentially its elbows or knees, just kind of embedding into the ground, and you see some roots kind of take root around it as the creature stops moving and forms a little wooden canopy.
Ooh, we gotta get Mortimer out of there. He's in a little baby Bjorn underneath this
Yeah,
thing.
he's just suspended.
Okay.
Yeah. If when combat ends, Garen will probably move with whoever moves as well to Mortimer.
Eloda will help Mortimer down.
Alright.
How about I'll cut through it because you don't have a long pointy thing. You have a thing with a lot of points.
Yeah, and he'll like
You can hold up Mortimer.
hold it, like make sure he doesn't fall on his head or something.
Yeah.
Alright. Ever so gently. Ever so kindly. Eloda, you slice through the vines. It takes a little bit of work, but they seem to have softened a little bit. Oh god, drop a notebook. Oh lord. And Garen, you catch Mortimer, and as he falls, his head just kind of drooping. As he slowly kind of comes to, just, ugh. Where are we?
Well, what's the last thing you remember?
I was getting dinner ready for the party, and unfortunately I got indisposed of when I was bringing food out for everyone.
Do you know of anything of a imposter Augustus?
I don't quite remember anything like that. I was bringing food out, everyone's panicked and trampled me nearly.
Glad you're okay, Mortimer.
Yes.
I'm glad you all are too, it seems. So he kind of like starts, I'm assuming you set him down at some point.
Yeah. No, I'm cradling him like a baby.
Good. He's not that big of a man.
Rockies.
Yeah.
He's not very large. You could just be like. He kind of assesses all. He's like, he will need medical attention.
Yes.
I mean, kind of looks. Gary looks. That could be useful.
As you're, at this point, sheathing his scimitar. I think it's perfectly fine. It's just a flesh wound.
I'm gonna just poke Izir in the middle of the forehead, just with like a little bit of force.
You see like the
You're not-
slightest wince in his eye, like his left eye. He's just like, he looks at you.
You're not fine.
Just a flesh
It's
wound.
okay.
Just a flesh wound.
What, have you had worse?
He pulls his coat to the side, and you see just like a giant claw mark reaching down the side of his chest.
What I'm saying is it's okay to ask for help sometimes.
Yes.
Or accept help when it is offered.
Besides,
If you're
we
offering
have to
help,
be-
then yes, I will help. I'll accept it. But I can survive.
Yes, but we are supposed to make it out as a team, so we should make sure we are all okay.
By you saying that, Mortimer, is that something that you can provide assistance with yourself?
Unfortunately, I don't think I have the expertise to help all of you, especially with injuries this grievous. But
Just, if you can
Maybe.
do anything, just take care of the most injured. I will be fine.
hey, the people falling. You see Malik pointing towards the main body of the tree.
How is he the most observant one?
It's more like he was the most unobservant one. Like, he wasn't paying attention to the situation in front of him, was just kind of like looking around. But as you all look to where Malik is pointing, the vines holding everyone are slowly unraveling. And they're just kind of yo-yoing down. And you just hear
Gary's like,
thump, 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 as they all slowly just drop onto the ground.
Mortimer, help those that are the most injured. I'm gonna go make sure the rest of the people are all right.
Certainly.
And Garen and how's Aloda and Iona looking?
Oh, I'm at full health.
He'll probably motion to Iona to follow.
One second, and Aeon's gonna lightly tap on Izir's shoulder, and she's gonna. I want to use my last spell. I hope I don't roll bad. I'm gonna cast Eye Cure Wounds on second level, because that's all I have left.
Oh boy. Special treatment for Izir.
Yeah.
See
I
how
am
it is.
extra wounded.
Listen, I'm sorry. Okay, I was
Everyone's in
leaving.
love with Izir, it's okay.
It's alright.
He just looks like a
Garen's
good friend.
is
Okay.
the dad. He's not the thirst trap.
Izir looks like a friend.
Yeah.
Hey.
Friend-shaped.
A tiefling pirate captain to a group of queers. I'm sorry, a friend.
Well, to Ayana, he's a friend. Okay.
Ayana doesn't understand what attractive is.
No.
This is not a thirst trap that interests Ayana at all.
No, it's not. He looks hurt, and he's a friend. Okay. 9. Math. 12.
12. All right. You manage to heal. You can kind of see the bruising that had started on his chest from the impact. Just kind of fades away back to the same seafoam green tone of his skin. And he just kind of just pulls his coat open, looks down, it's like, and feels the wound, or feels up towards his head. It's like, all right, I'll accept it. Thank you very much, my lovely friend.
You're welcome. Are you feeling better? I know it's not that much, but
You see, he kind of just like shirks his coat and wraps it around his waist for a second, just kind of looks at his arms. I think I'm doing just fine. You see, the Kraken tattoo that you guys had seen earlier actually extends along essentially his arm. The main body of the Kraken's like his arm and torso. Some of the tentacles go down the one sleeve, and one goes down to the side.
I'm just gonna lean over, or lean up to Eloda and just be like, do you think he's doing it on purpose?
Garen audibly sighs. It's like, ugh.
It's just like,
really cool.
Thank you.
You look-
Maybe I'll tell you the story one day of how I got it.
I'd love that. I gotta go now though, and she runs over to
Yeah.
Garen.
There you go.
All right.
My dad's calling me.
Dad wants me. Dad needs help in the kitchen.
It's like, Ayana, you need to stay away from that man.
Hi.
Just trust. Don't get too close.
He's a bad
you're-
influence.
Yes.
You're no fun, Garen.
Should you, like the pat? I'm not allowed to do what I just did. I can't
can-
heal him anymore.
That's fine. It's just... We'll talk later.
Okay.
There's more pressing matters.
You're right.
Yeah.
She waddles after him.
Just a little hop and a skip. All right. As you guys are walking and approaching the various people at this point, seems like most of the people attending the ball were trapped in the tree at this point. You see them all kind of slowly stirring awake. Most of them seem uninjured. A
Any
bit
of them
hard
that,
to tell.
like,
Sorry.
yeah, he'll probably like go through if there's anybody that might be like freaking out, or maybe any of the injured or anything like that. Probably checking on them first. But the more calm ones, he's going to, know that they're doing okay.
All right. From a quick 5-minute scan, no one seems hurt. There are some people who are definitely shaken, but the fog of whatever had them in that stupor seems to be keeping most of them calm.
Anne's gonna go around the opposite way and then go to other people, and then anyone that seems really shaken, she's gonna go and give a hug, and she's gonna go and give a pep talk and stuff. And are you okay? Do you need a hug? Everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry. And Lily.
Garen's
Alright.
gonna be a little bit more brash. She's probably just gonna bend down, put his you good? All right. Yeah.
Bedside manner, it's a skill not everyone has.
He's used
There's
to
two
war.
different types.
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, guys meet up on the other side of the tree, having successfully gotten through most of the people via various pep talks.
How many hugs did you give out? I gave out about 13.
Hugs.
Didn't you hug people that when they seemed really upset?
I don't normally do hugs. He just kind of looks at her
Eloda gives a
She's
pointed
gonna-
look like, calm this child down.
When he
Just-
doesn't move into it, she's just gonna give him a hug. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry.
I know. It, I mean,
Canon.
we're alive still.
It's canon that Ayana is now Catbug.
I've never seen that show.
You would like it, I think.
Okay.
Probably.
I'll watch it later. That's my homework.
Watch. Yeah, right.
At least watch the cat bug scenes.
Yeah, just look up a Catbug compilation. All right. For those of you back with the pirates, you
I
see.
would like healing, please, if you have the skills, Mortimer.
I would also like healing. When I said I wanted to die, I mean middle fight die, not like beginning of the next fight die.
I'm sorry.
Do you got any supplies on you that I can use? Unfortunately, I don't really think I have a whole lot on me that Here, I'll try this. And he just kind of rips some of, like, he takes off his coat and starts ripping slices off of it of the linen and starts
Oh,
just kind of
no.
like bandaging
No.
your wounds a little bit.
Well, thank you, Mortimer.
Thank you.
It
That
is
was-
the least I can do.
Literally.
What do you want? The man was tied to a tree. You think he's got a med kit glued to his ass?
We don't want healing spells.
This is very helpful, thank you.
Mortimer's just a regular old dude. He's not magical.
He's just a guy.
He's just a fucking butler.
Be a
Butlers are
magic
usually
butler.
the most, efficient and badass.
Izir's like, Moloch, spin around, please. And you see him spin, and there's kind of like, you didn't notice this before, but attached to his belt is ostensibly a fanny pack, but given his size, it's roughly it's about a full-size backpack.
He's wearing it like a fanny pack.
Yeah, like he has nothing on his torso short of the strap to hold his axe in place. But he's got it just kind of like strapped around his fanny, like his belt loops. Izir goes in, pulls out 2 small red vials, and just hands it to the 2 of you. As my thanks.
And then also Aloda will look up to Malik and go like in giant, go like, you did good. You did good.
He just leans down. So did you, small fry. I appreciate someone who can fight with. Giants are
While-
canon Russian, just so you're aware.
Amazing.
Yes.
While he was, they were all ruffling through their bags, Lo was also ruffling through hers to see if she had any medical supplies, and she just pulls out the fairy brush, frowns, puts it back into her bag, and says, like, kind of gestures at it and, like, makes direct eye contact with the pirates. It's just like, my thanks later if you want to meet up, and I put it away.
Izir just kind of smirks and looks at you. Eh, if we get out of this alive, I have nothing better to do right now.
Perfect. For context for everyone else, I put in parentheses the good kush when labeling this.
A small bag of what looks like
The good kush.
very colorful grass. Like very short stemmed, very thin and almost stringy.
All right.
Like it's got like a
all right.
it's mostly green with some like purple and blue hues to it. Did
Currently
our
hold my
session
soul rolling
0
paper.
did a session 0 involve stealing fantasy drugs? Maybe.
I didn't know what was going to be in that bag.
You got fantasy drugs out of your session 0? All we got was seeing
Yes.
a child be traumatized.
Oh!
Hey, you got a fancy necklace.
I did get. I just
got
have.
Yeah.
It's in my inventory as mysterious necklace.
And then Garen also got like potential traumatic backstory reference. So
There's some PTSD in there, it's fine.
yeah, he got
We got the
potential
trauma
PTSD in that nobody else knows about that he got. So
Anyways, as you all, I'm assuming you're all gathering back up.
Yeah,
together as
I
a
would
group.
like to pop that potion while I'm like pinging Ayana in my head, like, where you at, where you at, where you at, where you at?
Photo also.
It's
I'm
just
giving
showing
people
up as like
hugs by the
WYA
tree.
in your head.
Hugs by tree.
H
What's my tree?
HBT.
Okay.
But it just comes out hugging tree.
Oh, sorry, autocorrect.
Privateer friends, would you like to come with us?
Yeah, I don't know where else we're going right now. This whole time, Brisley is just mumbling to himself. She's like, motherfucking tree, goddamn fucking bastard. Gun doesn't work on trees. What the fuck?
Poor Grizzly.
Obviously. I'm gonna pop that potion.
Yeah, same.
All right, 2d4 plus 2 is a regular health potion.
Sweet.
Tight. A crisp 5.
I'm back up to full.
As you guys kind of recuperate from your activities, drinking your potions, recovering from helping other people around the area, you just hear from up in the tree just, well, that was entertaining.
Oh, great. Our host is back.
As you look up, you don't really see anything in the tree that you don't see them. You just hear their voice kind of projecting from the boughs. Well, congratulations. You all won.
Thank you.
Does that mean you'll let us go now?
Oh, heavens no. Why would you think that?
Because you said if we won, the prize would be our freedom.
I did say that, didn't I? I forget sometimes what things I say, and what I think, and what others think. It all gets
I do too.
blurry.
Well, what do we have to do next?
Oh yes, your next task. How do you say it on the mortal realm? Hold on to your butts. And with that, all of a sudden, just there's a bright flash of light around you all, as multicolored and iridescent for a second. And as you come to and your eyes adjust to the brightness, you see that the tree is gone. The roots of the tree monster that you had fought prior has disappeared. The sky is now just a starry night. No colors to be seen. And you just see fireworks off in the distance. You see the pirates looking up in the distance. Malik is completely infatuated with the fireworks.
Shiny.
Brisley is still grumbling to himself, and Izir is just kind of looking at them, just like, takes a deep breath.
We should go check on.
That wasn't all just a fever dream, right? You all saw it too.
Yeah.
We did.
Unfortunately.
I don't know if it's over or not. He said hold on to your butts.
And he
Which
said he
means
wasn't.
I'm going to be looking over my shoulder for the rest of my goddamn life about this.
He also said he wasn't letting us go, so we should go check on Augustus and his children.
Are we a mile away from Augustus? Or are we within a mile radius?
You're within a mile.
I'm gonna ping Augustus and be like, hey Augustus, how's it going? What are you doing? WID.
Where you at?
It's all leet speak. That's the
Lo is just a fantasy hacker.
It's just a question mark. That's all it is.
Oh, and then also while she's pinging him, Ayana's also pinging him and be like, how are you doing? What
How
are
are
you
you pinging
doing?
him?
It's just he's
I also
mentally
have the thing,
connected
right?
to me.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
all
but that
three
doesn't-
of us are on.
I don't think that means all three of you get I don't think Psychic
Yeah,
Ghost
we
Force
all-
was
we-
that.
All three of us had that, right?
I think
That's how we ended up hearing the song.
Oh, because you can do up to 2 creatures.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little hive mind.
You cannot, though, because you can't see him right now. Sorry.
Damn.
Oh, I thought it was it's
Choose
it's
up
when
to
you
2
when
creatures
you
you can
cast
see.
it. When you cast it, so I already cast it. Has it been more than 4 hours?
No, it hasn't been more than 4 hours. You also haven't done a long rest yet, and you cannot see him currently.
Oh,
He has
I
to be
thought
present
that-
when you cast it.
So I cast it 4 hours or a couple hours ago.
Oh, you did, because he was swinging from the
Yes,
thing.
that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm forgetful. Don't mind me.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
doing the lullaby.
Yes, you guys had his voice in your head for quite a while. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you just hear a response from in your head. Well, ain't this fascinating? Can you hear me?
So, yes, I can. Are you good? Is everything copacetic there? Did one of your children get body snatched?
Well, there was a big bright, flash of light, but other than that, I think you're all pretty fine. Looking around the room here. Lisa's reading a book. Damien's asleep.
Oh, I'm jealous.
He's always been a bit of a easy sleeper.
And all the
Well-
people are here.
I mean, there are several hundred people.
Glad you guys are okay. I'm pretty sure the danger has passed if you'd like to come greet your guests. Try to calm the party down a little bit, get everybody leaving.
Certainly. I'll be right out in a moment.
Thank you. This call now will be disconnected. I don't know if it doesn't work anymore, or like it doesn't really specify in the text if I can like kind of just like not think to a particular person. Like that's my question.
Typically with telepathy, you guys have to make the mental choice to share your thought or share a thought.
Okay, so like my question is it a completely open line so anyone who's on this mental connection can hear all thoughts that are being sent out, or can I direct a thought to Ayana and then versus direct a thought to this one?
Let me read this really quickly just to
That's
see if
the
there's a-
question, because technically he's been hearing a lot of stuff this whole time because Ayana and I have been talking.
Actually, choose one or more creatures up to a number of creatures. Blah, blah, blah. For a number of hours equal to the number rolled, the chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. To send or receive a message, no action required. Usually, that creature through a mile. Can't use it if they don't speak a language. A creature can end the connection at any time. No action required. I think technically everyone has to talk to you.
So everything has to pass through me.
Yeah, so like if you say something to Ayana, you're not inherently
Okay.
going to say it to Augustus.
Okay. So if it's okay going forward, so that I don't have to reiterate everything to people, if I say I'm just communicating it all to the next person, is that okay to just say that and hand wave it?
Yeah, we can just the relay of it. Unless, like, if it's just
Okay.
2 people, then maybe, but otherwise, don't worry too much about it.
Okay. Cool. Alright, well, Augustus is fine. I think we can probably just go.
Well, let's get everyone inside, and that way we can make sure they're all going to be safe and okay before we send them away.
It's true. Does anyone have a particularly loud voice that they want to yell instructions to a crowd through?
I've had to do some yelling in my day.
Ooh. I mean, I am very good at projecting, is what we call it.
I was told that I have a very loud voice, or shrill. I don't really know which one they said. They said either or maybe they said both.
Eloda would like to announce to everyone, please gather inside so we may figure out what happened. Or no. I'm trying to think, how would I say this? Eloda's just going to be like, hey, we should all go inside and make sure everyone's okay and accounted for.
And while she's saying that, Garen's going to cast minor illusion of her voice saying that same stuff 30 feet away, to where so the people in the back of the crowd or whatever, to make sure it circulates.
All right. So you shout out to the crowd, who they all kind of look at you. Some of them still in a bit of a daze, and they just kind of start all getting up off the ground and helping pull people up and start moving towards the main manor house.
Question. While we're doing all that, can Ayana use that like mind link thing-a-ling with Lo real quick?
You can talk whenever you want.
Hey, Lo.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So Garen ended up telling me to stay away from Izir. Because something about I don't know. I think he was saying something about how he's not nice or something, but I think he's like really nice.
You just get a frowny face emoji.
I don't really get it.
And then it's just like a sideways, like the slightly sideways. Like, I'm not a fan of this. Well, I think he just meant that Izir's a bit of a showboat and technically a criminal, but
Well,
I don't see how that should be a problem.
well, no
All of a sudden,
offense, but
Garen
aren't you?
sneezes.
What?
Well, I mean, you
No.
take things. That does not make you.
You don't know anything about that.
But did
You
I
have not seen
anything?
anything.
You have not seen.
Oh,
You don't know
never
what
mind.
Lo is about at all.
The worst memory ever. I didn't notice. Okay, no, erase that. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. It's been a while.
I totally
since-
forgot. Yeah, it's been a while. I thought I saw all that.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
But
I
does
mean-
that really make him a mean person?
I mean, it depends on how he goes about it. I mean, aren't we all not great at the end of the day sometimes? I don't know. I find myself to be a pretty good judge of character for the most part, and he seems fine. Like, maybe a little bit reckless, but he cares about his friends. And I think that that's what matters.
Cares about his friends. He hit Malik with a spell earlier.
He said, "I'm sorry, buddy. It's gonna hurt a little bit first."
That still means he cares about his friend.
At least
In
I
a-
think
in a
he
way.
cares about his friends. I don't know. I think that we have to spend more time with him. I think he was saying it because Azir is a bit of a showboat. He literally took his shirt off in front of an entire group of people just to show off. And
He's showing off?
I mean, it was a good show, but
People pay good money for this.
Lo did openly check him out the whole entire time.
Oh, he noticed. He noticed.
I
A
think
bit
he's-
confused, but okay.
I think he's just trying to be protective, which is annoying, but you can just ignore that.
Okay. Later, just I was trying to protect you. Oh well, I was told I can ignore you protecting.
All right.
Okay.
I'm assuming you all are also, as you're talking, making your way back to the main manor.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
walking and thinking.
So, one thing of note, as you guys kind of follow the crowd up, you do see all of the manor guards. They are currently tied up with rope, just dotted around the fountain in the inner courtyard. All of them with various wigs on.
Our host.
Are they awake?
They're a little unconscious still. They're just kind of like very dazed.
You know that is an open
Right.
flame.
Aloda's gonna start cutting him out.
Garen's probably going to like grab, just, like if there's like a, like some sort of container and just scoop water and like splash it on a guard's face to snap him out of it.
Grab kind of a nearby bowl from the food trays, which all of the food stuff is now back in order. You grab one of the bowls, just and one of the guard that you hit just wakes up. He has like this curly, pigtailed, red wig on. What's going on?
Trying out a new look.
The fuck are you on about? Why am I tied up?
Let's just say the party got a little exciting.
Did someone drunk my drink?
It's possible. Don't worry, we're not going to tell anybody about the pigtails.
Pigtails. He kind of like looks around, and because of the way the pigtails swing, he can't really see it. Every time he looks towards it, it just swings away.
Or the fact that you failed to do your duty. He's saying that somewhat sarcastically, and it's like, but we'll get you squared away and debrief.
Shit, I'm gonna get fired for this. Fuck.
No, I'll cover for you. Don't worry.
You're a good pal. And
Yes,
eventually you, between you, probably with a small knife and a Loda, can cut free all of them. There's only about like 8 of them or 9 of them.
Aloda's a lot more nice about it. She'll like giggle and then like point it out so they can take it off.
Yeah, most of them, as they come out and notice, they start ripping the wigs off. Some of them laugh at each other as they come to. At least one of them like punches one of them in the dick. It's like, yeah, that's what you fucking get, Jeffrey. You had a wig on too, you little prat.
Oh,
mean,
Jeffrey.
Garrett knew they were soldiers. That's how, like, he was treating them like more like soldiers. But yeah, it's like, just gather your men and come with us to make sure that everything's good.
Alright, we can do that. You get it. Most of them you see are still in their armor with their weapons at their side. Right. And you all gather. You see that Izir and his compatriots kind of stop to get food and drink on the way through. Izir fills a goblet up with the mead and just starts like throws back a whole glass before filling up another.
Izia, get me a mug. Izia, get me something.
He just grabs a mug and hands it over to you. Oh,
Ayana already.
chaos.
My Zoom
Oh,
just completely shit out for like a good 5 seconds. I'm sorry. It just was like, Zoom quit unexpectedly.
Oh no.
Very quickly going to readjust everyone. Please continue talking. I will improvise while I adjust.
Eloda will grab some mead.
Lo was making
Ayana
Izir
was-
grab her some. Or at least she asked nicely.
Ayana, cakes. She eat.
Just grab some cakes and start stuffing them in your face.
Eloda will raise a
And
little toast with the mead for all those drinking to be like, hey, we survived.
She makes little grabby hands for a cup.
I don't think you want this starting. Do you
But it
want-
was the spicy juice from before, right?
Did you like it? I can't remember.
She did. She didn't. She doesn't know the consequences though.
We should try this when you're in a more better and secure location.
Yes, Ayana, this spicy juice can mess with the head.
Did the elves have wine?
Izir, coming up with 2 mugs, hands one to Ayana and one to Lo. Let her live a little. She just nearly died.
Oh, she was fine.
She just raises a goblet and just starts swinging back.
She's just gonna drink it.
A little sign drink.
At this point, you see Malik has grabbed an entire turkey and is just kind of like biting into it.
Oh yeah, Malik. Treat yourself.
You should go.
Yeah, Garen's probably leading the guard and whoever's following. He's not partaking in the drink or food.
Alright. You all, after acquiring your various stuff, the pirates do hang back a little bit and just kind of continue enjoying themselves amongst the free reign of the food and drink they have. The rest of you go inside and kind of see the crowd milling about, and eventually you hear a voice come up, just kind of, well, that was all a bit interesting. He kind of looks around everyone. I'm sorry that someone seems to have spiked all the drink with something. Don't know what really went on with that, but if anything, you all know an event here at the manor is always a story to be told. We appreciate all of your safety. We appreciate all your patience, and thank you for showing up for the evening. Have some food and some drink on the way out. And Augustus kind of bows, and there's kind of like a half-hearted clap of people uncertain if they should be clapping or not.
Wait. Still drink in hand.
Hitting the little metal mug. As some of the people begin filtering out, Augustus, Liza, and Damien all come kind of walking down the stairwell and meet up with the four of you. Well, I don't really know what to tell you except thank you.
You're welcome.
Of course. Sorry that you seem to have been locked up for so long, though. That couldn't have been nice.
I mean, I've got a bit of a stiff neck about it, but other than that, I don't think it's a huge issue.
Good.
Honestly, I'm sorry too. Did I ever get your names?
I don't think so. I'm Ayana.
I'm Iloda Ambergrove.
My name is Garen Matthias.
Hello, Norwood.
Well, I'm certain I've been introduced before, but I think I only right to introduce myself to my saviors. Augustus Johnson Ehrenhardt, at your service. Do you guys have a name as a group? Most of the, fancy adventuring parties do.
We've not
Really
really
just all met, yes. 2 days ago.
Yes.
It's
I don't
Amazing.
know if we're quite official.
Well, you all could have fooled me the way you work together. I'll make sure to write a book about you all one day. Don't you worry.
I'd like to read that.
Well, you lived it, but I'll do my best to embellish the details a little bit, make it a bit spicier than you might want.
I request that you just not use my real name.
Oh, what would you rather be called? Come up with some fancy stage name.
Literally anything else. Just
Literally anything.
whatever.
All right.
That sounds perfect.
Literally anything. Stabbed.
I like a certain level of anonymity. You understand.
I fully understand. Well, I don't personally. I don't really empathize with that. But I know a legend that likes to stay in the shadows when I see one.
Legend's strong.
I, on the other hand, making my way as a storyteller and a researcher, would be glad to get my name out there.
It's might be wise to change my name as well. More for you than anything.
Oh, I'm certain I can handle whatever trouble that comes my way.
Mm. Probably not. I would just recommend it.
Well, alright. What about you, little one?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm fine with my name.
Perfect. I only have to come up with 2 names. We got literally anything and Danger Johnson.
Danger Johnson. Perfect.
Sounds like an action movie to me.
What's a movie?
Oh, is it like
Just a lot
a
of
story?
minor illusions all happening in quick succession.
Oh, dope.
Oh.
Something that the mages up in the Inval Empire are working on.
Ugh.
Can we see one of those?
We'd have to go to the fucking Empire.
And that might be a bit dangerous to do.
Oh. Where's that?
Do you
I'm
not
not really
know
good at, like-
geography?
No, I'm not really good at that. I just point somewhere and I go, oh, okay, I'm gonna go that way.
Speaking of,
Is it over the Kailjaw Mountains?
Ba-dum-bum. Well, I got to know. Where all are you going now?
See what a
I
hot pirate's doing later.
I have some things to
Let's follow
investigate,
them.
wherever that leads me.
Alright then. Well, here. What inn are you staying at?
Shame. What inn are we staying at? I didn't write that one down. Again, I was concussed.
I have it written down somewhere, but I don't remember where.
It's an inn.
The Hearth's Prayer Inn.
Heart's Prayer.
Well, if you're sticking around in town a bit, I'll have something sent your way as a little bit of a thank you for all that you've done here.
That would be gracious of you.
We'll be sure to stick around. I occasionally work in acquisitions, so if you have anything that you need done, hit me up.
I'll try my best. Any way I can find you.
Ask around. I think we'll stay in town for a couple of days. I'll give you if we're planning on sticking around for a few days, I will reach out to a contact that I have and see if he's willing to be the contact. I don't want to drop any names without his approval, you know.
Just have him talk to Mortimer.
I will let him know. Thank you.
Alright. Anything I can do in reward for you, specifically? Money is always good, I know, but money. All right, I can take a hint.
It's like the yeah, money's fine.
Well,
Money.
all right, I can arrange something for you. Well, I hate to be a bit of a bad host in this regard, but I think we do all need some rest.
Yes.
Person, I'm
absolutely.
gonna retire to my quarters. Sleep in a bed I've
Good
apparently
night,
been missing it
Augustus.
for 30 days.
I do have one quick question. I guess just if you have an answer, I can come back and speak to you. But do you have many stories of what was that time period?
The Albaran Revolution.
Yeah.
Well, they got plenty of books from it. Various tales and biographies from the time. Is there anything you're looking for in particular? Any person, any country?
More of a group of people. He's going to kind of get a little bit closer to Augustus and kind of block sight and just kind of pull down the top part of his tunic and kind of expose a bit of the tattoo. Any one of this marking.
He just kind of looks closely at you. Well, let me look at my books a little bit. I think I have something that might be of assistance to you. Not really a big scholar myself. I like books, but I'm not really good at remembering history. But I think I've read something about this.
I will return to you then. In a couple of days.
All right. Very well. Well, good evening, all ya. I am pooped. Why'd you roll a nature check, Kelly?
I accidentally clicked a button, Shane.
It just popped up on my.
I was like,
It just popped up. I was just like, what? What kind of check are you
was-
trying to aim for here?
That was just me accidentally clicking. Good night.
All right. With that, Liza just kind of walks forward. It's like, thank you all. Thank you for everything you've done. And she just kind of like awkwardly takes a couple steps over to Kate or to Ayana and just gives her a hug.
Yeah. She gives a hug back. She
That-
kind of like dances in the hug a little bit.
She
I
kinda,
don't
like,
know if
Go ahead.
Izir kept on handing her like mugs of the mead, but you know, like that's what I was
It was just-
imagining
it was just
that was
one.
happening. Oh, if she was able to, she would have went back for a few different cups. So like she's a little giggly and stuff.
She just kind of holds you out by the shoulders. Keep staying sweet, okay?
Thank you, you too.
And Damien just kind of gives you all nods, just like, "Hi, thank you for everything you've done for us."
She holds out her arms for him too.
He looks down at her, it's like, "Ah, Lord have mercy." Gives her a hug. This
She
is
does
all.
the same thing. She kind of like dances into the hug, sways a little bit.
This is all. This is all the payment that Ayana wants for contracts. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
hugs thereafter.
I just want hugs.
Coins would be good because you know she needs
You
to
can
buy pickles
buy
somehow.
hugs.
She has not thought about that.
I got some
shit.
places you can go to. Don't worry.
Shane!
No,
Ayana doesn't
Okay.
she doesn't.
know. Anyways, Damien kind of like awkwardly lets go and just like, all right, good night, everyone. And the siblings
Farewell.
head back up, following their father up the stairwell.
Go the fuck to bed.
Yes.
All right.
I believe I'm quite exhausted.
Do you want to let the boys know where we're staying? But other than that, I'm going the fuck to bed.
I'm right there with you. Wink, wink, nudge.
You all go outside. Izir is just kind of like leaned up against the railing to the door. He's just watching with a drink in hand as Malik is currently dangling Brisley, just kind of dunking his head in the fountain a couple times.
Well,
You just keep hearing Brisley just, you big fucking freak! I'll beat the shit out of you. You just don't. I'm gonna fucking kill you, Malik. This goes on for a moment before Malik just kind of like sets him down on his head and drops him. Izir turns to all of you. Well, sorry we didn't come in, but wow, that was not the right accent. Sorry we didn't come in. I was having a bit of fun watching these two idiots.
Fair enough.
He just downs his mug of ale and just kind of chucks it off into the distance. Alright, well, we are going to go rest for an evening.
Where are you guys staying?
On the boat was one idea. But if you have any better idea.
Do I have a better idea for you?
The boat sounds good.
Karen,
Oh,
do
a lot
not
of
cock
emotion, but
block
take her
me.
turn and be like, we are all staying at the. How did I already forget the name? The
Hearth's
The heart.
Prayer Inn.
Heart's Prayer Inn. The Heart's Prayer Inn.
Hearth.
Heart
The
Prayer.
place of prayer, Lo.
Heart's Prayer.
I certainly will be praying tonight.
There's
Should
more
you
than
wish
one
to
reason
stop
to be on your knees.
Be on your knees.
Oh, take me to church.
It doesn't help that
Oh my
that
God.
song is all about being gay in Russia.
Oh my god. Is Lo gonna kick Ayana out of the room?
Oh, she's gonna get another room. She's not that disrespectful. That's also if he says yes.
Worst case, Garen would just like sleep on the floor or whatever, or if there's a second bed, you know, and have Ayana be like, just earmuffs.
Make a wisdom saving throw to maintain your innocence.
Oh, poor baby child. She quickly
Ugh.
learns the birds and the bees.
Well, we got the practical lesson here. Anyway. Well, if you're all up for a round of drink, I think that would be appropriate for all of this.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, sounds perfect.
The
Now
map
look.
like this of the spicy drink thingling.
Do you understand what the spicy drink does, dear?
As she shakes her head, she just
How
kind
do
of
you feel?
sways side to side.
Did the elves have alcohol of any sort, like a wine or adult juice?
I think so.
This is
Maybe?
adult juice.
Izir just kind of walks up to Ayana and just grabs her by the side, by her cheeks. Ev-
I
Yeah.
think Siri thinks that Izir is Siri.
Yeah, if I talk too fast, I don't know how to disable that. We'll do that later. And he just kind of like holds her cheeks and looks at her. Oh, she is right fucked. Malik.
That's a mean word.
Malik just kind of. He looks up to him. Just, carry our little flower back to the tavern so she can rest. Yes, boss. He just scoops up Ayana and carries her like a baby.
Oh.
This is just like when Pickle would go and carry me. He's my best friend. I named him Pickle, but his name is actually Yamani. But I nicknamed him Pickle because he told me that he wanted me to go and name him after something that I really loved. So I said Pickle, and blah 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 blah. blah.
Malik just begins walking towards the gate. Just
Malik is doing a hush little
he's kind of like implicitly rocking her because of his like pretty hefty steps. He doesn't know how to handle babies. He doesn't know that works.
She's not a baby.
She's a
She
baby.
just acts like it. Okay.
He's our baby.
Yeah, she is child,
He's-
and Garen is definitely like,
Dad.
yeah,
Dad.
yeah,
Hell
Oh
yeah.
no, accidentally a dad.
yeah. He's like,
Woogie woogie woogie.
he just wanted to be broody. Dang it.
This is the perfect foil to your backstory. I love this.
Honestly, like,
Oh.
and the thing, like, It's not even against his character. 2. He may be broody, but
Anyways, as Malix carries Ayana, who's still chattering away, Azir looks at all you. Well, let us go get some rest. Have a bit of merriment.
Mm-hmm. We all begin to walk, I assume.
Yep.
Yes.
You-
Are Alona and Lo like vying for this man's attention right now?
Does it have to be?
But it could be.
Oh gosh. Are we
Do
having
we-
like a Dragon Age moment?
Do we
with,
want to roll
Yeah.
for roll against persuasion?
Oh, I think Alona was asking if it was gonna be a.
You can share his attention.
That's what I was getting at. Yes.
Yeah.
Loda does not say that in character.
Just a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Just
I'm
the
so
way
glad
Gimba-
for all the new people watching the stream. The first thing that they get to run into is these
Yeah.
characters.
Being
Fucking-
incredibly horny.
Yeah, just
On main.
thirsting
This is-
after the
Hey, if you want it
tiefling.
to be a competition, we can roll persuasion against each other.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna win.
This
Shane,
is.
I
this
think
is-
the rule now should be that whenever you introduce one hot person, you have to introduce 2.
No, I like competition. You either gotta
This is just
compete
a-
or work together.
This is just a Dragon Age Zevran situation.
Ooh.
Never played Dragon Age.
I've only played Inquisition, and all I know is Iron Bull, yes.
I've played all of them. I get what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad somebody got my reference from Dragon Age Origins.
Mhm.
Zevran was the hot elf.
Tattoos on face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And he-
familiar with him. I only
Hey.
know the story of Iron Bull, though, importantly.
Azir doesn't have tattoos on his face.
Everywhere else he does though.
Well, we know
No.
they're on his chest. We do not know everywhere else yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That requires an
One of us will
investigation
find
check.
out.
I need to do a thorough investigation.
All right,
My
you all do make it back to the Hearth's Prayer Inn. Brisley, Izir, and Malik in tow. And you all begin having drinks, merriment, or at least the pirates do. The inn is a little bit more rambunctious than it was prior, just because of the fact these pirates are causing a bit of a hubbub. Ayana is firmly
Mhm.
tucked into bed by Malik.
Oh.
Especially the 2 need to hydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the hydrate because I think everyone needs a sip of water.
My water is in a completely different room. I'm not getting up, man.
No,
I'll
it
just...
was a
drink
joke
and
because
make up.
everyone's being thirsty.
Anyways, Brisley nearly starts a bar fight at some point. Izir shows off his ability to juggle some knives. Does this man have
I would-
practical skills outside of this? No.
No.
He doesn't need them.
He doesn't need them. When you're pretty, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah. Ayana's taking a nap in Big Friend's arms.
Oh, you are tucked into bed.
Yeah.
Malik brought you up to-
I want nap.
Well, I mean, you probably did. It's a few hours to get back.
Yeah.
You are asleep, and then Malik just tucks you in.
Oh, it was the best tuck in, like the little like
Yeah.
tuck in
I mean,
underneath your
he's,
legs and
you were-
everything.
You are literally the size of a child to him, like a fucking 2-year-old.
Mhm.
So he's like firmly able to turn you into a burrito.
You get swaddled.
That is the best friend ever. Bye guys, I'm ditching you all for the pirate friend.
The old thing ever.
We're all
Starts a
just
pirate
we're all
crew.
just sleeping dead for the pirates. Sorry, we're going through a rebellious phase right now.
Kailjaw peaks the point of this campaign. No, we become pirates.
Don't
It's
worry,
not a
I can make
phase,
it work.
Mom.
Anyways, you can vie as you all begin drinking and relaxing for the evening. You can vie for Azir's attention if you so desire.
If Adola or Alota is making like proper moves, Lo will back off. Like she's not stepping on anyone's game.
I don't want to take all the fun.
No, honestly, green on green, do it.
Sure. Alota will be making moves then. Not super overt. Like she's definitely just like. She's not an overt person. She's very like polite.
All right.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
As the evening winds down, all of you drink. Some of you probably more solemnly than others.
Yeah.
I'm hedging bets on that bar fight that Grizzly starts. I'm just like, wow, fuck yeah.
Grizzly
Go
picked a
Grizzly.
fight with a dwarf. Like, he's definitely at a size disadvantage, but you see him pull some quick punches, and he gets hit a few times. You see a big black eye forming, a cut across his brow. He just kicks the dwarf in the nuts and just drops an elbow on his neck and just knocks him to the ground. He just kind of like kicks him when he's down. It's like, that's what I fucking thought, you little fucking piece of shit.
Hell yeah.
I would say Garo would probably go over and like pick him up.
Hey, what the fuck? What did I do?
Just be like, and just shake him a little bit, and then just like they have one of those like do they have the typical tavern dunking water barrel?
Yeah, there's probably an open barrel of water or a barrel of water somewhere off to the side.
Yeah, and he's just gonna dunk him in it.
Hey, I wasn't. Just because Malik fucking did it, didn't you get to, you big fucking oaf.
You need to cool off, and just dunks him again.
Fine, fuck off.
And sets him down.
I'm gonna walk up to him and give him his share of the cut from the bets that I was placing.
Looks at the money, he's like, not bad. We could get into business doing this.
Ooh, racketeering. I haven't tried that one before.
He just like tucks it in his pants. And you all have a raucous but restful evening after all of this time. Most of you going to bed. Garrett, your room particularly empty, and you wonder where Loda is. Until you hear Izir's voice.
He's not wondering.
Izir's voice passing by your room, just like, I can show you the other tattoos I have.
I can't believe I broke my own rule. I'm playing a horny bard. Oh no.
I know how to make the gays want NPCs. What can I say? If I were trying to thirst trap words, I'd have nothing. I don't know why. I can only do LGBT people. We're all very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Make hot man, all need. Make hot woman, all need. Make hot non-binary, all need.
I'm just saying, like, it's not much different. It's just my character.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. It's different. Like, in my brain, I'm like, I know exactly what the queer folk want. But when I start thinking, like, what does a straight dude want? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been a straight dude for a very long time.
Women
Also, Alota is canonically
with swords.
just a college student at this point, kind of, or college graduate. You know, she's wild.
Garen, you will get your thirst trap eventually, don't worry.
One day.
If he falls for it.
I'll make it as powerful as I can be.
Maybe eventually Ayana will understand a thirst trap.
All you know is Izir is pretty. That's all you know.
Oh, he's so pretty.
One of these days, it's gonna like Ayana's just gonna look at one of the NPCs and go, "Oh, that's what that means."
Oh, oops.
Anyways,
Makes sense now.
as you all find some more restful evenings than others, that's where we'll end for tonight. So, thank you everyone for showing up and sticking with us. I apologize for the fact, both to the players and to the audience, that I forgot to do a break this evening. I had a planned spot for it and everything, I just kind of completely fucking forgot.
I've been suffering.
I'm so sorry, Kaylee.
I
I'm
have to
trying
pee
my
so
best.
fast.
Anyways, we'll make this very short. Thank you all for coming out and watching, especially everyone. I love Table Troop. You guys are thebomb.com for rating us on Fridays.
Yes.
But yeah, we will set up a raid of another stream once we figure out which ones are online. And remember, no Dungeon Brawl tomorrow. Back in Stylus tomorrow. The Minds Game
Okay.
Tuesday. No mini paint and chill. Say what?
Back in Stylus is on Sunday, not tomorrow.
Oh, did I say tomorrow twice? I'm fucking dumb. No Dungeon Brawl tomorrow. Back in Stylus on Saturday or Sunday. Fuck. Minds Game on Tuesday. No mini paint and chill on Thursday. And then right back around to this session 4 of Over the Kailjaw Peaks next week. But you gotta wait for that. Gotta have more fun. So, we will see you all next week. Yeah, next week entirely. So, thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful evening, and good night.